these things, yo.
Alright.
Anna, can you please?
Hey, I'm gonna turn it off, calm down. I mean, I'm gonna make it lower quality.
Fucking
Dude, it's just the sound. You don't have to look the other way. We all have autism.
Okay, I'm here.
You can't say that.
Yeah, you can. Autism's not a bad word.
You can just cut it out. It's alright.
Okay, so in a 50-minute or 60-minute audio, I'm gonna find that 1 minute when you
It's
use
just
that
the
word.
beginning. Just cut like the first 30 seconds.
But autism is not a bad word.
I mean, it depends on the context you use it, isn't it?
It's like
Exactly.
retard. It's like retard. When you call someone a retard.
Dude,
Or
my sister
retarded.
gets pretty offended when I call someone a retard for some reason.
Well,
Just stop
I
using
mean-
that word.
I mean, we both
great start. Great start.
We both,
How are you guys?
We both are thinking the same thing here. Like, we want to say the same thing about my sister's telling him not to call that word, but we're like, we just don't want to say it.
Yep. No, I don't know what we were thinking, but okay.
I don't, dude. I don't know.
Alright.
Okay, anyway, so dude, Zam's back
Yo,
from Singapore. I don't know why he came back, but now he's back for 4 months.
nice.
So, are you going to Hong Kong anytime soon or not?
Planning September, but I don't know. Let's see
Are
what
you going to
happens.
Japan soon then, you fucking asshole?
Japan, dude. I
You
don't
left
know,
me
man.
hanging, you piece of shit.
Fine, we'll go in the snow in December, dude.
Noise. I have Corey, finally.
Hi.
I wanted to do the Scorpio thing with you. The thing with the
Yeah.
specs of the Scorpio.
Yeah,
But
but
you were in Tehran fucking eating kebabs and shit.
well, priorities, eh?
Okay, so let's get into it, yeah?
I mean, I would choose kebabs over Scorpio, dude.
To be fair, like his
I
mom
would
makes-
choose kebab over 90% of the things in this world. You know what I mean?
I can't argue with that though. Like his mom made the best kebabs I ever had, dude. And they weren't even like hotel quality kebabs. They were like homemade kebabs.
That's the
So,
heat.
like-
Well, can't wait to see her again.
I miss you, mom. I miss you, mom. I miss you, Corey's mom.
There is some joke in that, but I don't want to point it out, but okay.
Anyways, guys, this is the E3 version of
Alright.
my podcast, and I haven't done my podcast in so long, dude. I've been like just so busy with my health, not even my life, just my health, just trying to stay alive one day at
That's
a time.
part of his life.
Like
Staying
one day
alive
at a
is
time.
My life. Yeah.
Staying alive.
This is like that's what I say. My life, I just like try to stay alive one day at a time. Like just breathe. That's like the biggest issue right now, breathing. So Corey, before we
Yeah.
start, this is a question I asked Adnan, and I know Adnan's answer has it. Adnan's answer might have changed actually, but I'll get back to it. What are you playing right now, though? Just in general. What games are you playing right now?
I play. Well, let's go Thai. I play Tumblr. I play Facebook. I play Instagram.
That explains the Candy Crush
Yes.
invites.
No, I play. Well, we play together CS:GO. We play Left 4 Dead. I play by myself Watch Dogs. If I have
You still haven't finished Watch Dogs?
no.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I just stopped and then I went back and then I came back and I just
Dude.
didn't start. Dude,
You have my Horizon as well, right?
No, I won that. Please,
Who has my Horizon?
not me.
Do you throw it out the window?
Yeah, because that's what I'm gonna do with.
Yeah,
like,
that's
such a-
what he does with his all gaming stuff, you know?
Just
He
throw it
throws
out
them
the
out.
window.
No, man. He fucking puts it on the fucking wall, like with the gold plate, you know, board and shit. My collection.
No, I just thought he must have mistaken it, you know, with the...
with
No,
the-
Horizon was dope.
with the FIFA disc, is it?
No, not the FIFA disc, the other one, No Man's Sky.
Ah, dude.
You have the No Man's Sky?
I bought it, I have it, I haven't booted it up after the first night.
Wait, where did you buy it? On PC or
No, PS4.
PS4? Yeah. If you want to throw it out, throw it this direction, right?
You what? Dude, it's garbage.
I know, but I can just try it and then throw
It's,
it away for you.
you should not
Why would
even
you want to
try
waste your
it.
time?
Okay, I won't.
You
do
should
it.
not even
Just give
try
me,
it. It's
just give me Horizon and
garbage.
thank you, and I'll give you.
I
you can just put my
know.
account.
This question is changed for you. What are you playing right now? I like for the first time you have an answer other than CS:GO.
I'm still playing CSGO.
I know, but you have another game alongside it, which is a miracle in itself.
Yeah. So last few days I've been playing Persona 4.
Oh.
You bought me
Yes.
meetup for that.
Yeah, now I remember. Very
That's
good.
why I was like, the answer must have changed now.
Yeah, I've been playing some other like games that I played before as well, just completing like extra stories and stuff like Bioshock Infinite. Still haven't finished the second DLC yet. But then yeah, most of my time for the past few days has been Persona 4.
Bioshock Infinite second DLC was the one where it was taking place underwater, right? Like the Bioshock 1 setting?
It's both of them are underwater. It's like Burial at Sea Part 1 and Part 2.
Oh, yeah. I never got around to the DLCs.
I didn't play the DLCs, but when the game came out, I finished it like in like one night or two. I loved it. I fell in love with that gear, man.
You guys remember what happened to me when I played Bioshock?
Which one? Infinite?
Infinite, yeah.
No.
Like you remember, right? Like my save, I got to the point where know
I remember
the big bird. It was the the siren. It's called a siren, right? The bird.
Songbird.
Yeah, songbird. He like, it's like I think I was heading to a battle with him or something. And I switched off the game for that. I was like, you know what? Tomorrow I'm gonna finish Bioshock Infinite. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be
it was like the last two.
And my
bosses.
save just gone.
You
and
had it on Xbox 360, right?
Yeah, I played on the 360. I have it on PC. I just don't have the heart to play the whole thing again. I just can't.
It's a beautiful game.
I know. So like I'm thinking I
Not
might
that
stream
long.
it.
You can finish
It's
the
not that-
game.
yeah,
in
I
like
finished it in a
10
night or
hours,
two, yeah.
10
I think I'll stream it. I'll play it on easy. There's difficulty options.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, of course.
I
You
just
don't
play
need.
it on easy for like the story. I don't
The
really
story is
care.
dope.
Yeah, it's like.
True.
Anyways, guys. Excuse me. Do you remember last year's E3? None of you do. I know you do a bit for
A
Sony.
bit.
You never watched E3 in your life.
No.
Do you know what E3 is?
Yes.
Do you know what E3 stands for?
No.
I like that straight face answer. No, but okay. Out of the box, whose E3 are you looking forward to the most? Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and of course, then also includes Ubisoft, EA.
I just say Sony. Fanboy here.
What do you have done?
Probably still looking at Nintendo. All eyes on them right now, I think, still.
No,
I would watch Nintendo too, but I mean, I'm just last year for Sony was really good. I'm just waiting for it. I have that expectation for them to
Take
at
it
least
another
live
level?
up to the
Yeah?
last year or take it to the next level.
Like legit thing, right? I was reading an article on Kotaku, right, where they were doing these sections on E3s last year, where they were like, who kept their promises, and like compared to what they claimed last year. And as much of a shit I take on Microsoft, right, out of Nintendo, Microsoft, and PlayStation, right, Microsoft was the one who kept most of the promises compared to PlayStation.
The PlayStation was showing their vision for
Exactly,
future.
they were like just showing
much.
like future games, but they weren't any showing immediate games except for the ones that we've been seeing for so long, like Horizon and all.
Call of Duty.
Yeah,
normal
Call of Duty is
stuff.
gonna be there in every fucking year. Like this year's gonna be World War II,
Yeah.
which everybody's kind of hyped for. I am skeptical, but I wouldn't mind going back to Call of Duty because I loved that multiplayer. I won't deny it. I loved like the most I've played Call of Duty has to be like Black Ops 1 and then Black Ops 2.
Yeah, same.
Black Ops 1 was the best for me.
No, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and then I'd say the least would be Modern Warfare 2.
For me, the least would be Ghost.
No, I didn't play Ghost. Like, I didn't even bother playing
Like
Ghost.
I bought it day one. I was like, because Ghost came out
These
after
three are
Black
my
Ops
favorites.
2.
I would say, like, one top three, it would be, Black Ops 2, and then 1.
For me,
and then
top three easily all Treyarch. Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, World at War.
Yeah,
World at War, seeing M1 Grand,
Dude, that
using the
zombie-
M1 Grand.
They introduced the zombie section in
Black
World
Ops
War.
1, yeah. I know, in World at War,
War,
yeah. And like the shittiest part was at that time Microsoft had some regional bans or quotas, so like people in Thailand could not download World at War DLCs.
Oh shit.
So like I was so scared when Black Ops 1 came out and I wanted to buy the DLCs. I couldn't buy either. But from Black Ops 2 onwards I could buy it and I was like so fucking happy about that. But it was so sad. I have no idea why. Like living in Thailand, I've suffered the most heartbreaks when it comes to downloadable content.
But now actually Thailand is doing alright.
Dude, there are like so many shops, like the one that in my main shop. Shout out to open source, but they are like all of them are like easily getting qualified as official PlayStation.
No, I mean not only that, they are doing great. Like Thailand, the region is alright. It's not like even like let's go to Europe or something or US. I think over here we get more privilege.
Makes sense because like no, but another thing is over here, like still the mass majority of gamers are so stuck to their online games, like Dota and like the shitty.
I mean, mostly it's because of,
No, really, like even this guy can defend his CS:GO addiction because CS:GO is like tactical and
It's
fun if
pure-
you play it.
pure
Yeah, it's
uncut
pure
cocaine.
Exactly. It's pure uncut FPS cocaine. But like the games that these guys play, right, are like Point Blank and all these. They're like legit rip-offs
Yeah, I know.
of CS. And when I see them stream that game, I'm like, where's the skill in that? Like you just run and you just spray. It's like Overwatch, but just Overwatch is better. And I'm defending Overwatch for the first time, and I don't even like Overwatch that much.
I like Overwatch.
I mean, it's nice.
I mean,
fun.
it's fun casually, I would say.
Like I still stand by my stance that Overwatch is like not a competitive game.
No, but like
May debate.
I think I understand why like this region is a little like domestically like involved more, like because a lot of their game developers like they like to release their game for free first for like all the Thai people, and basically it's a very inclusive community here.
Also, like all of these games that they play, they're all pay to win. They are all pay to win.
Yeah, that.
Like you can buy the same variant of a gun is like.
It's also the same in like maybe not Dota or League of Legends, but many of these games, right? Like what happens is like the developers they release to the public of their country first, and then they hold events and tournaments just for them. You've seen there are many local lands which hold point blank stuff like that. That's how it grows.
And sadly, I don't hear much about like CS:GO lands or something. It's mostly LOL lands. Mostly
No, the Thai scene of CS:GO has gone up at least this weekend now. If we're talking about competitively in CS:GO, they finally reached like the biggest competition in Asia.
Really?
Yeah, it's called the Asian Minor, which is like a competition to help you get to like the major, like the biggest tournament.
Who all qualified?
Ever. The two Thai teams actually went through.
Both of them?
They're in the Asian Minor, but they were what do you call it? They were knocked out yesterday. Yeah, sadly.
I like how he leaves that part out, and I was so hopeful.
No, but this is one of the first times.
You know?
The first time they qualified for like a LAN tournament, which held in Beijing, China, and like it's like the first step to like become like globally, known.
Their name is there now.
Yeah,
in that sense, yeah.
Before there were nothing. Okay, I get it. But I mean, you talked about having the free games in Thailand, in this region. They all like to play free games, but as a guy who lived in other regions, like even Adu would know, the thing is over here games are cheap, not like the PS4 games, but like all the things are cheap. Like because when I was back in Iran, I had to use another account like Europe or US, so I had to pay the dollars or the euro. It would be expensive to even buy the DLC, but DLCs here, thankfully, like Steam and PlayStation, they changed their store to Thai. And now
especially
it's cheap.
PlayStation.
Even he should know because in Singapore, I think the prices are higher than here, compared to like just games.
I would say so, yeah.
Just a
To
little
some
bit.
extent, yeah.
Yeah, but like over here, still, that's why I was saying they're doing good because they give you the same services, but like cheaper price. So I don't mind, like paying for shit here.
And also, I feel like the Asian community is very esports driven.
Yeah.
If you understand, at least in the Southeast Asian region, right? Like esports like League of Legends and Dota is huge.
Oh yeah.
Like for example,
South Korea dominated, isn't it? The Dota scene.
No. South Korea's League of Legends, 100%.
Oh sorry, League of Faker is South Korea, right? For League of
Faker,
Legends,
yeah.
His team is still dominating
He's probably the best player that's ever touched the game. But as far as Thailand goes, right? Thailand also has like a really like famous player called Jabs on a Dota team called Faceless. So like they also are going to international tournaments. They just went to the latest major. I think they got to like the semi-final or something like that.
But like Faceless is not a Thai
Faceless
team, right?
Faceless
It's
has
just like
three.
one guy has to.
Yes, that's correct. But the thing with Dota scene is not like the CS:GO scene.
Makes sense.
CS:GO scene is very country orientated in the sense that most of the times there are 5 people of the same country on a team. A lot of times. But in Dota that's not the case.
It's like football, like national team and football clubs.
No.
That's like
Exactly.
clubs.
It's like football clubs.
Yeah, makes sense.
In Dota, it's like football clubs. That means the 5 people are almost always of different nationalities.
Oh, okay.
Like for this team in particular, it's 3 Singaporeans, 1 Thai, and 1 German guy. Can you imagine?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, they have to speak English.
3 Singaporeans. So the German guy as well. Nice. I didn't think of that. I didn't know that actually for Dota. Cause like whenever I look up the the competitive scene, right? Like the most stories right now that I see are follow Overwatch, to be honest, because like Overwatch is having like not only is it like an up and coming game, right? Which is like getting new characters introduced every 4 months.
Yeah,
There's a new map coming out, there are new game modes and all that shit. But like one of the biggest problem right now is the balancing, right? And how they wanna implement balancing into the competitive scene. Because I think a few months back there was a Overwatch event happening. I don't know where, but during that event. There were 2 events happening. One was official, one was unofficial. So the unofficial one was taking place on a private server, which was owned by another company or something, and then the other one was taking place on Blizzard servers. So the ones taking place on the Blizzard servers, they got fucked over bad because Overwatch decided to release a patch during the tournament where they did some balancing.
Yeah.
And half the players that the teams were using, they got balanced out. Like Roadhog's hook got balanced out, if you remember that. So like it caused a huge problem. Whereas the other team, like the other tournament, which is using private servers, they were unaffected by us because they just didn't want to implement that patch in that server, so everybody was fine. So there was like this huge problem there. Then again, the bigger problem is like patching and like finding the balance in all the players. If they're like 20, how many players are on the roster? 20, 20, 25, 26?
On one Overwatch roster?
Overwatch roster, yeah. Like how many players are there? Like all of them together?
No, usually it's 6.
No. I'm talking about like all the characters, like all the playable characters.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
You think it'll reach 20?
I
So
think
there's
so,
there's
perhaps.
Attack, Reaper, Tracer.
Let's not
Soldier.
name all of them.
No, but like okay, so there's like a huge roster, right?
Right.
My point is like there's a huge roster, and all of them have to be balanced, for all of them to be playable. But then, in games like this, right, there always is that one meta formation, right?
Yeah, but this balancing is not impossible. Why do you think esports like Dota and League of Legends is still very viable?
The reason why I'm calling it impossible is right now is because like they don't wanna balance the current roster. They wanna keep on introducing new people while balancing the current roster, which I think is only gonna make it worse, because as soon as you introduce a new character, right, then you have to balance him in the game. They have to balance the game to be able for him to be viable as an option, and that just makes like this huge problem, right? Where you think you balance one, like I think yesterday Overwatch got another patch where Roadhog is now almost unplayable apparently, because they reduced the damage his what's it called? They reduced the damage that his gun does, the sharpner gun. They reduced that. And they also they increased the rate of fire to compensate for that, and they added an extra ammo. But since we all played Overwatch, and for those who don't, like Roadhog is like a tank, right? And he has that 3-hit combo where he shoots once, hooks you in, shoots, and then melees you at the same time, and you're dead. You are dead unless you're a tank like like Zarya and all. You are dead. Now you can't do that with Roadhog, and everybody's like he's unplayable practically, because that was what made Roadhog viable.
Yeah, everyone was complaining before as well that Roadhog was
So like
overpowered and
like
stuff,
like shit like this is why like I just can't take Overwatch
No,
seriously.
I
as a
understand your
competitive
point here, but once again, like other companies are managing to do it. Like Valve does it. Okay, you should know that Dota and League of Legends also keep on introducing new champions.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, true that when they first get brought in, there's always some that one would say this guy's overpowered. He can just do this against this, and he can almost easily just win games. But the thing is, they usually release patches really quickly, and they do it efficiently. There's the thing that games like CS:GO, although CS:GO doesn't have any balancing issues, there is some balancing issues, but not that grave.
Pistols are so balanced.
Not as grave as Overwatch, but I feel that they need to take more initiative, at least.
And
They-
itchy.
yeah,
You can start there.
And need to watch. They need to like keep an eye on their competitive scene as well. Thing is, what I don't like about these companies, right? They don't like to they like to appeal to the casual players a lot more than competitive. But the thing is, you don't understand that the casual players follow the competitive scene to some extent. The metas arise from the competitive scene.
Like the ump right now is like being
Exactly.
used crazily.
Why is the ump being used in casual servers so much now? It's because it's been proven viable in the competitive scene.
Yeah, it's like
And it's so cute to see like 12-year-olds on the mic come and they use an ump, because like, oh my god, they used it so I can use it.
But it works.
Instant
It
pro.
still works.
Yeah, but then you also need skill, right? But like, no, see, another thing, right? You bought Dota and LoL, right? But you're forgetting those are MOBAs, right? Their core gameplay is different. Their core functionalities are different. The way the characters function are different compared to like game like Overwatch, which is like a FPS. It wants to be a genre of FPS. So like when you bring in FPS, right? I just don't see how you can balance a game where you want to call it an FPS, but the huge deciding factor of any game can be the
Yeah,
special
it's definitely like one of its own like. I mean, the closest thing to that was TF2 probably, but
yeah,
then
but
this
TF2
is-
also didn't have ultimates.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that breaks it, I guess.
yeah.
And I think TF2 is again coming to the competitive scene slowly.
TF2
right?
has a competitive scene, but it's very small.
underground.
I think their biggest LAN is the Insomnia 54 or something like that, which is in England. It's a small LAN,
I
trust
bet
me.
your brother goes there.
No, I think it's Insomnia 61 if I'm mistaken. No, my brother can't go. Obviously, he's too busy. But then yeah, like what I'm saying that's the biggest LAN. I think it's like 20,000 price pool. That's fucking tiny. Like
yeah, but it's like something, right? It's better than
yeah,
nothing.
but you see, it's not Valve sponsored. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
definitely.
Yeah.
It's a Valve game, and Valve refuses to sponsor their competitive scene.
It's an old game.
It's an
too,
old game.
you know.
It's an old game. I agree, but so is CS
Yeah.
to some extent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
CS:GO came up when I was in university, isn't it?
2012.
No, I'm not talking about CS:GO. I'm talking Counter
CS
Strike
as a whole, yeah,
franchise.
90 something, dude.
It's
it came out as
insane.
a
It's insane.
No, no,
it
no.
came out as a
Half-Life.
mod,
No, Half-Life came in '98, and then they just.
was a mod,
Yeah,
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 it was
and
a
then,
mod.
and then in
Yeah.
2000, I think around 2000 it came out
Yeah.
as a mod,
Yeah.
and then Valve bought the whole team. They made it into a proper game.
Yeah.
The first game was, I think, version 1.
No, it was Counter Strike, then Counter Strike 1.3.
Exactly, 1.3, then 1.5, then
1.6.
Condition 0, then
Yeah.
Source, and then Go. I think there was anything after Source, no, right?
No.
Source was the one that was like a huge deal back when we were in high school.
I mean, it was, but then Source was never popular globally. That means the competitive scene that arises from Source was very neglected because many people weren't willing to switch over from Counter Strike 1.6 to Source because they felt that Source was a shit game. Straight up.
Yeah, even I had it. I had both. I used to just.
So that means
use the
both
1.6.
both versions of the game existed going together at the same time, and both competitive scenes happened at the same time. It wasn't until CS:GO came out when both of them decided to transition to CS:GO.
Yeah.
And now obviously the 1.6 and the CS Source scene is dead. It sounds like.
I mean, I won't deny, I still miss the janky ass physics of 1.6. Like, nothing beats that.
1.6 mechanics is probably the best that Valve has ever gotten.
The most balanced as well, to be honest. Like, even CSGO is not as balanced as 1.6. Oh, 1.6, right? Yeah. Yeah, 1.
I can hear people like getting triggered.
Shade's getting so triggered right now. Nah, but I still feel like CS:GO is one of the most balanced games out there. And even when I was in like my high school, I went through that phase where Call of Duty was life.
Yep.
And I had that Call of Duty pro scene following. I used to follow Fates Clan and fucking Optic and all that shit. And like I watch them now and I'm like, all these games, right? They are technically, like, especially Infinite Warfare right now, is legitimately pay to win.
Yeah.
In a Call of Duty games, you pay for the game, and then you can pay to buy microtransaction boxes.
Really?
And in those boxes, they have guns that you get, right? And then you can get more different variants of the gun, where one gun might have the same gun but better range or better damage and all that. So, like again, I won't deny. I don't know if all those effects carry over in the tournament. I'm assuming it would, because it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Or they just tell people to use the the base guns. I don't know about that, but it's just like jetpacks and all. I just can't. And even Destiny 2, that was just really revealed, by the way, for PC, Xbox One, and PS4. PS4, Xbox One coming out in September, and PC not yet to be announced, which I'm really disappointed because I'm abandoning my PS4 character, dude. I'm like, I want.
If you play on PC, I'll probably
Yeah,
join you.
I want that fucking PC graphics, man, because the game looks gorgeous. But like, even they are like, they changed the way the Crucible works, and the Crucible is like their version of a PvP area where you can play team deathmatch and all that kind of shit. But they made it so that before, right, different gamers had different number of people who could join. Now they've made it 4 people, hands down. That's it, 4 people per team, no matter what game mode you play, because they want to cater towards that PvP people and make it more competitive and hopefully bring a competitive scene with it. I can't see that happening. As a guy who's played Destiny 1 so much, I despised the Crucible because the shotguns were so overpowered. It got so bad, people are just running with shotguns.
Yeah.
They run, they shotgun you, they run away. You want to use some other gun, good luck, because like that guy's running right at you and he's gonna shoot you once and you're dead. So like, I hated that scene. So like, I don't know, man, but like, talking about Destiny, dude, Destiny 2, anybody else hyped it except me? Because I'm really hyped.
You think there gonna be any more announcements about this?
Oh yeah, dude.
E3?
E3
Yeah.
they're gonna show, dude. Like, I'm pretty sure E3 they're gonna show like a bit more about the story and the characters. Then come August they're gonna reveal the raid, because Destiny has that 6-man raid, right, which is like the huge buying point for many people, including me, because I love the raid and I love the way they've changed the
Can you
thing.
tell me a bit more about the raiding?
So raiding is if you ever played Warcraft or something like that, for other people who might have played, it's like you create a team, right, of 6 or how many ever the raid presumed, but in Destiny it's 6. So you have 6 people and you have this whole story based dungeon to go through with 3, usually for Destiny it's always been 3 bosses. So the way raids work is when the game comes out or when the DLC comes out, the first 2 weeks is just you prepare, right? You collect all the loot, you get the best weapon you can, you level yourself up to the level cap, and then the raid opens up. And so you have 6 people, you go in, you have to figure out on your own how to proceed through puzzles, how to beat certain enemies, and at the end of the raid you get the dank ass loot, which is like better guns, like guns that are only available through that, or armor that are only available through raids, and it'll usually have these epic bosses. And I say epic because their first raid, which was Vault of Glass, that gave it the base game, was pretty fun but pretty broken. The way people beat the raid was they pushed. I can't make this up. This was the huge problem with the first raid until they patched it 3 weeks, like a month in. I think it took them quite a while. But the way they beat Atheon, which is the main boss, the first boss, was by pushing him down the ledge.
Nice.
That's it. They just pushed him down the ledge. His whole health just gone because
Yeah.
he hit the death boundary down there, so he's done. So technically, that boss mechanic, right, is you get teleported to an area, you have to shoot certain things, you have to grab a shield, you have to purify people so they don't die, come out, pop that shield open, and then everybody can damage him. 4 times you had to do this. People finished that in 1 time by just shooting bazookas at him, and he was just protecting himself. But he took splash damage, so he would just keep pushing back, and he would just fall down. And so, like, a half-an-hour boss would just take like 10 minutes.
We could some of Dark Souls bosses though.
Oh yeah. No, actually. They patched that. Those assholes took that away from us. Like, Dark Souls 3 doesn't have anything like that. Dark Souls 2 had. I know you're referring to Dark Souls 2.
I remember watching play Dark Souls 2. There was this one boss who could just stand in one corner where he can't reach him. Just keep shooting until he dies.
Yo, it's
Range
in the
damage.
game. It's in the game. It's a mechanic. I'll take it.
What rubbish is that, dude? Like, what the hell?
Remember Mortal Kombat? You find the combo, like, not the combo, just press X, boom, 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 like with the guy in the corner.
Okay, talking about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
We just saw the release of Injustice 2.
Yeah.
Did you read the reviews? Thank you.
Yeah, I did, and Deathshot, holy shit, it's broken again.
Everybody, like, not talking about broken things right now, but I'm just talking about the game as a whole. Everybody's saying it's the best
Yeah, it is.
DC cinematic experience you can get in the game.
It is a really good game. It looks good, the graphics are nice, but you just choose Deathshot. You play competitive online and you can just kill everybody just by he has a gun, right? Let's bring them up.
So basically, just nerf that shot.
Yeah.
No, but they can't because, like, in the competitive scene, right, people have already learned how to counter him. Because in just like I just learned this because I just started taking notes in the competitive scene of every game. Fighting games before they are released are already, like, available through certain arcades and all. So competitive gamers can, like, get their hands on and learn the game beforehand. So when the game launches, they like, have a side-by-side tournament with it, so people can get the better feel of the game.
I mean, this game, it's based on Mortal Kombat. I mean, it's
Like-
obvious.
like
so
Taken
even
7.
if you know any Mortal Kombat, you know how to play it. Yeah.
Taken 7 came out like yesterday,
Yeah.
June 2nd, yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently was already available in
Yeah,
Japan
it is.
Arcade in 2015.
Yeah, no.
What?
Yes.
Can't be a whole 2 years before. right?
I read it on Kotaku. If they corrected it after I read
I mean,
it, I don't know,
Taken
but
is really based in Japan. Like,
I
they
mean,
have
yeah,
it in
but what
arcades even in
incentive?
Bangkok.
What incentive would they have to hold the game for 2 years from
but
the
dude,
world?
here's the thing. The arcade version of it is different than the complete game. Arcade version, you're only going to be playing 1v1. There's not going to be story modes. There's not going to be online
Just like,
fights.
yeah, normal arcade game. You put
Then
the coin and
it makes
you play.
more sense.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you won't have like the complete story
But it was
mode.
probably like maybe 20% of the actual game.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
you know how to play the character after you're done playing with it.
Yeah.
That's what it matters when you want to play online. the
I doubt it
competitive
though. I don't think it'll be the same as playing in an arcade.
Well, yeah, true. You don't have that
Yeah.
tap on your PS4. But I saw some people like getting it a month early, not 2 years early. Like, yeah.
They have a Saudi prince in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guy's so fucking beautiful. I won't even lie. He's like legit. Like, he uses like the best facial cream to make his face glow or something. I don't know, man. But the guy looks beautiful as fuck, man. Like, no joke.
No homo. You forget.
Anyway, let's get back to E3, right? So last
Yes.
year, we saw Microsoft. I saw Microsoft's
Yeah,
E3.
I
I saw Nintendo's E3, and Corey and me saw Sony's E3. So we'll just discuss Sony's E3 because Microsoft and Nintendo they just like showed a certain bunch of games. Microsoft showed like a few games, including a lot of indie titles. Majority of them released. Majority of them were okay. They canceled Scalebound. I'm not gonna go there because if I go there, this podcast is only gonna be me shitting on Microsoft. But they canceled Scalebound and that was it. And then they told they revealed a bit of Scorpio. Then a few months back they revealed Scorpio fully. And the stats and all are out, so this is when we get to see the console,
How it looks.
exactly for the first time how it looks and feels. Anybody excited for Scorpio?
I want kebabs.
Yeah, we had that at the beginning. But I mean, It's
can't
just
be.
a console.
I can't be.
rival. I mean, I'm sorry, but they had to. They didn't do a good job doing the damage control for
Xbox One,
for
yeah.
the normal Xbox One. The Xbox One S was nice, but I mean,
It looked nice. I won't deny.
even it sold so much more than PS4 because everybody had already bought a PS4, so they didn't need to buy a PS4 again. But yeah, PlayStation sold a lot, but like people were like, okay, we just now that that Xbox doesn't look like a VCR. It has the power supply is built in after so many years. Yeah. So yeah, but I am excited for the technology that it would put in Scorpio. That's it, I guess. I'm not excited for anything else because are we talking Microsoft at the moment?
Let's
Just go there.
Let's just go.
Because
Let's
Microsoft,
go
they the way that they're forcing Xbox into Windows 10, it's just not worth it to get an Xbox.
Exactly.
You can just buy a PC, and then if you want a game, you just buy it on Xbox, Microsoft Store, or just buy it on Steam.
No, but you realize, right, the way they're marketing the Scorpio, right?
Yeah.
As a high-end gaming console.
Did you see
It's
that
gonna be like
MSI machine that we just saw?
Yeah.
I mean, the price could be a little higher than that, but I mean, that one already has better specs than a Scorpio, and that it's not
That's
even
what I'm
out
saying.
yet.
So like the price point, everybody's assuming the Scorpio is gonna be somewhere between $599 to $699, right?
Well, I mean, that's it too. Like $6.99, right? You just make it
Just
easy,
add just
and
add
then
a
buy
bit
an
more
Xbox
and make a
controller.
proper.
No, just
exactly.
buy an Xbox controller and then you play.
Exactly,
on your
like,
PC.
that's
or
what
just
I-
hook it to the TV and then it's the same
And
thing.
the worst part is it's not like they're distributing their Microsoft games through Steam or Battle.net or Origin even. I'd even take Origin over the shitty marketplace.
No, the only reason that you would want an Xbox now,
Backwards
the-
compatibility.
No, not
Yes.
only that, dude. You can have you can just do that with the PC too. That's what I mean. The only reason that you want an Xbox One at the moment is that you want something in your living room that's not the PS4. You don't want Sony, or you're just a 12-year-old that think Xbox is the best. This is the only two reasons that you would buy an Xbox at the moment. That's why I mean, even the Scorpio is a dinner rival.
I like the worst part is like before my Xbox had that competitive edge where they had Call of Duty on their side.
Yeah.
But now PlayStation has Call of Duty on their side.
Halo,
Do you think? Dude,
Killzone.
Halo fanboy.
Killzone.
like
I mean,
Killzone, no way.
No way, but I mean, still.
No, but that
Halo
same
is
company.
way better. I played Halo. I loved
That
it.
same company created Horizon, right?
Yeah.
So right now that company is dedicated to Horizon completely with the DLC and also I won't be surprised if you don't see a Killzone right now.
No, when was the first Killzone?
PS3?
No, the first game released on
Oh,
PS4. You had
yeah,
it.
yeah,
It was
okay.
the first.
Yeah, yeah, it was the
Did you
launch
see
time,
after
yeah,
that?
yeah.
No.
Because they were working on Horizon and I'm so
Yeah.
glad they were. Horizon was beautiful. Just simply breathtakingly beautiful. But what I'm thinking is, right, with Halo, the problem is I spoke to a few Halo fanboys that I have from my Xbox days. They hate Halo 4 and 5. They hate it. Why do they hate it? Because it just took everything that made Halo 3 ODST the best Halo ever and they ruined it. And as a guy who has had Microsoft and Xbox, I played Halo. It wasn't ever my thing until I played Halo Reach. And Halo Reach is like still one of my best story-based games that I've played. Seeing like you're part of a Spartan group, you have like a whole group, and then you see them all die one by one by one. And then at the spoiler alert, by the way, at the end you have like the last guy left, and then there's this huge ending screen where the credits are rolling, and the only thing you have to do is survive. And there's just like hordes and hordes of enemy coming in, and you just keep fighting until you die. And when you die, there's this epic scene where your helmet falls off, and then it's a ground up.
Yeah.
Like you don't see your face, you just see you fighting off a bunch of people that you get sword through you, and you die. And that is still one of the most coolest credit scenes I've seen. But other than that, I just never really liked Halo. Gears of War 4 came out. That didn't really do much. I mean, there was some. I don't know. It's like I don't see hype for Microsoft-based games anymore.
That's what I mean, because they forced it to be, I don't know, TV thing. I mean, just release another device, call it Xbox TV. It would be better.
So with the summary of fuck Microsoft, let's move on to Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo. Yes.
Nintendo was now where Adnan comes in, right? Because
Yeah.
he's more into Nintendo than
Me.
you are.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing for Nintendo was they revealed Super Mario Maker for 3DS. Didn't work well.
Nah.
It didn't work well at all
Didn't work.
because even till this day I don't understand the logic behind it. They didn't let you download levels from the internet.
I mean, that's what Mario
Exactly,
Maker
like that was
right?
the whole premise of Mario Maker. They wanted you to use Street Pass. For people who don't know what Street Pass is, like it basically lets you know if you are near another 3DS player, and that's how you share levels. Which is bullshit. But then they also said, and then they also announced Nintendo NX. And then we were all like, okay, cool. And then like a few weeks later, we get a trailer, and you were with me that time when we got the trailer for NX, and I lost my shit.
Yeah.
I completely lost my shit. I flipped my shit. I was so erect. I have no idea, but I have no idea how erect I was. I was that erect. But like, then they were like in October. They were like, yeah, we're gonna release the Switch in March. Out of nowhere, they just dropped the date. Like, yeah, March it's coming out. It comes out in March with just like 2 games, and people are like, it's not gonna work. And those 2 games, one of them was a shitty fucking demo disc, which should have been with the game for free.
I would milk the cow over Zelda. I'm sorry, man.
No, but dude, Legend of Zelda. I know I bring up Legend of Zelda a lot, but that game was like, it has. I regret playing Legend of Zelda before Horizon because it ruined Horizon for me. I really wish I played Horizon first than Legend of Zelda.
He bought the game at the same time, right? Like we were there. He bought his Switch and Horizon.
Exactly.
I think around the same time, yeah.
No, at the same. We were in the shop.
Oh, were you,
getting
right?
his Switch, and then he was like, okay, because the release date was the same date, right? So we were together, and then he bought the Switch, Zelda, and that milking game, and Horizon at the same time.
It came with the bundle, by the way.
Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
not gonna ask
specifically
any
buy it.
questions about that milking game, but go on.
Yeah, so that, and he came home. He just forgot about the Horizon. He just put the Switch in.
I mean,
I'm
obviously, the
milking cows.
fresh new console from Nintendo. Who wouldn't put that in
Yeah.
first, man? That's it.
Fresh milk comes
Yeah,
from
that's the thing.
Nintendo.
Like that's why Horizon got overshadowed. But it's a beautiful.
I
Both of
wouldn't
them,
say-
Zelda
I
and
wouldn't say
Horizon, are
overshadowed.
beautiful games.
I wouldn't say overshadowed because the
For
thing is
him, for you.
No. Even for me, it wasn't like Horizon. It's just like when you play open world games, right? The purpose of an open world game is to give you freedom.
Yep.
To choose whatever you want to do in this playground that they've created. Legend of Zelda did one thing that many open world games don't do. You know, like when let's say you come across a cliff, right, and you need to go to the other side of it. You can either play janky ass Skyrim, which allows your horse to climb up a fucking vertical mountain without any
Sideways,
problem.
yeah, go
Yeah, but
sideways.
like that's not like an experience. That's a glitch. Let's be honest. That's not an experience.
It's just the
With
game.
Zelda, the thing was, alright, you wanna go over this mountain? Let me climb over it.
Yeah.
And it sounds so stupid when you say it in words, but when you're playing the game, you're like, I can climb over anything. And that itself opens up so much more freedom than half the games. It's like I'm playing let's say Watch Dogs, I wanna go up a building, I can't scale the building.
Nope.
I have to find a way around it through parkour and all that. Parkour is cool, but if it was Link, he'd just climb up the building. Exactly. And it did that, and it basically set a new bar for open world games, which I think no other game is gonna reach, at least till 2018. I have a feeling no other game's gonna reach it. Far Cry 5 definitely won't.
Far Cry 5 doesn't have anything. It doesn't count. Like what do you want? Like it's just Southern Texas.
Okay, so
It's
like
just-
before you get there, let's come back to Nintendo. So this year, right? Like now we know that we have the Switch and everything. What do you think, right?
Alright, my first question is gonna be this, right? So Nintendo released the Switch, right? Now the Switch is, you can't really argue it's 100% handheld. You can't really argue it's 100% console.
It is 100% handheld though.
But then it's something which you can dock.
Yeah,
And
but
put
that
on
doesn't
TV.
make it not 100% handheld.
So does that mean that Nintendo is definitely gonna ditch the 3DS series then?
no way.
No, they just announced
No
the
way.
new one.
No, I'm not
They just
talking
announced
about-
the new 2DS.
No, the 2DS is all like,
Yeah.
Like I get his point. That's like a way for Nintendo to make more money. Technically.
yeah, it's basically a cheaper version of these things to help,
But
people
I
like
feel like they will not abandon 3DS. They just can't.
I'm not talking about games here. I'm
No.
talking about the console series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can't abandon 3DS just yet because you understand, like the games that come out on 3DS, right? If they come out on Switch, people will take a shit on it. Like we both loved Pokemon Sun and Moon because it was one of the most beautiful Nintendo 3DS games out there. Like highest graphic quality you can get on the 3DS. But if you tell me to play that game on the Switch, I won't.
That's the thing. It's a different
Quality.
It's really no. Switch, right? It's really close to any kind of genre of consoles, handheld, like docked desktop or whatever you want to say. But it's a new category, so you cannot say the old category would die because of this. Like one thing that all the people say, like why, for example, will laptops die and you will have only tablets, or will desktops die and you will have only I don't know, laptops.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, let's say there's gonna be like a fast car, like a supercar, like a Ferrari, but you would still need a truck to carry a lot of things.
Right. I understand.
So I think and Nintendo being Nintendo, they would still keep these consoles and they would still keep releasing all those games because why not? Or maybe they will just announce and like they're doing this anyways, like they just renewing the hardware, better graphics, and every couple of years. But I think they'll just keep doing that till they feel bored because I don't want to be rude, but Nintendo, they just try to improve over and over and
So it's
over
fairly
a lot
safe.
till they have what they want, and then they just announce a new thing.
Yeah, and I another thing I want to add for the 3DS is, right, you have to understand, like the games that come out on the 3DS, it's their home now. You know, they can't really
like-
branch out from there. Like everybody, including me, wants a Pokemon game on Switch, but let's be realistic. I don't think it's gonna happen. I just don't see it happening.
Like
It's gonna wait a few days, boys.
No, the thing is, you're comparing like 3DS with Switch. But the way that you should compare this, you should compare Wii U with Switch, which was an upgrade to Wii U. Not like they just made the Wii U a better console. They didn't abandon.
I think it's safe to say that the Switch is an upgrade from the Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and you can see that, right? Because like the Wii U has the gamepad, which already has a screen in there, and it's like that was their basic premise of what they wanted from it, and people took a shit on the Wii U, right? Because it was when it came out, it was something weird. It didn't have proper games to it. Like the games that came out for it, majority of them weren't even that great. I didn't buy a Wii U until Mario Maker was out a year in. And I got so addicted to watching other people play Mario, and I was like, I need to play this. And I don't regret it, right? Because I bought an Xbox One before I bought a Wii U. And I played my Wii U more than I played my Xbox One before I sold it off. Because Mario Maker is just
Fun.
It feels right, you know, like you're bored, play Mario Maker. You're tired, play Mario Maker. This is like Mario Maker is like an all-time game, and I'm a huge platformer lover. So for me, I love it. But then before we go into predictions, right? Because let's be honest, now we're heading towards prediction of Nintendo. Let's round up Sony's last year E3, and you watched it with me.
Yeah.
So last year, we saw announcements.
Yeah.
We didn't see any proper releases except for Horizon, Dark Souls 3, what else? Anyways, a bunch of other games that have already released and it's gone. Neo and all those.
Yeah.
But so we saw the games that are not yet released but announced. We have Spider-Man by Insomniac.
Yeah.
Not by Activision, by Insomniac. And I am hyped for that as well.
Yeah, I am too.
Cause
I am. I can't wait for it actually.
it's like I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. I won't deny it. I fucking love Spider-Man to death. No matter how many times he's redone, no matter how many times the story's retold, no matter how many times to see Uncle Ben die, I do it.
Watch him die over and over again.
Cry again.
No, but legitimately, I love Spider-Man. So I'm so excited to see a company who also has one of the greatest games I've played from my childhood, if I'm not wrong, which was Spyro. I think Spyro is also by Insomniac. I hope it is. I remember the Insomniac logo popping up before the game started. But I love Spyro. I would love to see a Spyro reboot, but we're getting Crash Bandicoot instead, and I'm not complaining.
But the Crash Bandicoot is coming too.
Yeah, and they finally got a release date, but back then they just announced it. But now we have a release date of I think August.
Yeah, August.
Right?
Oh, that's pretty soon.
Yeah, it is.
Is it August or July? I'm not sure.
It's not that far. It's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
a
It's like
month or
within.
two.
Yeah, definitely. It's like coming. So I think it's safe to say we'll see it this year in E3 as well. Just as a nod
Yeah,
to let
we'll
people
see
know
that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say maybe because talking about Spider-Man, they just said 2017 and we're already like halfway in. I think they're gonna release the game around the time that the movie is gonna come out. It's not related, but I think they will do that.
Doubt it. It's a really close window because the movie's coming out in July. So unless they just drop this is the E3 next month, the game's out. If they do that, that'll be insane. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, they did the safe bet. Every game that's like every good game that comes out, the safe bet is around November or September. you know, because
It's
of the.
it's a very competitive window though, because like
Yeah,
every big.
but it's a
title is-
safe bet because they would be like, yeah, we would be
Holiday,
in
yeah,
competitive.
holiday, yeah.
It's the holidays. It's the competitive with other companies.
Mhm.
So people are gonna go out and buy this shit,
Definitely,
and
definitely.
we can advertise, and our advertisement money wouldn't be wasted.
And
you
from
know?
what I've read about the Spider-Man game, right, another reason why I don't think it's gonna come out with a movie is because it's not included in any MCU, like Marvel
Yeah,
comic
it's
universe.
not,
It's
but
its
I mean-
own standalone thing.
Yes, I was gonna say the same as like remember the Prince of Persia, the movie came
Yeah,
out
yeah.
and the game. They were not related, but the game got released like exactly the same.
But
day
that
as
was
the movie.
Ubisoft being Ubisoft. Let's be honest. Like,
Yeah, they
Ubisoft
do
is
that.
like that. Yeah. But like what I can see happening is July Spider-Man comes out and we see the game release sometime August September as well.
Yeah.
Because then like people have already watched the movie, they're already hyped. Because let's be honest, the new Spider-Man movie looks fucking amazing. And
Yeah,
I'm
I am.
hyped as fuck.
I
Like
am
Tom
too.
Holland in the trailers is just killing it.
Trailers are looking good.
Like
Yeah.
just killing it, and I'm loving it. And like so, I think it's a safe bet to assume that that movie is gonna leave a great taste in people's mouth after they watched it. They're like, oh, this
Yeah.
is like the definite Spider-Man experience that we needed.
Let's not.
I know. Like I'll be honest.
No, you're okay.
I was prejudiced. Like I was really pessimistic about DC universe. I'm really pessimistic about it. Like Wonder Woman, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a game ruined by feminists. I'll be honest. I was like, it's gonna be a movie ruined by feminists. Like with feminist propaganda and all that. But turns out I was wrong. They fucking even Rotten Tomato is sucking DC stick right now with like 96% or 95% rating and everything. And like Marvel, to be fair, hasn't gotten any movie wrong. They have gotten movies that are underwhelming compared to other movies, but they are not bad. The only bad movie I can think about is maybe
Spider-Man 3, I guess.
I mean, yeah, let's be honest.
Remember?
I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, anyways, because people who see Tobey Maguire as the best Spider-Man, I just think they're being nostalgic as fuck.
Right.
Nostalgic
Yeah.
because it was
Like,
the first movie.
That guy was a crybaby.
No, not only that. I was gonna get there. I mean, they used that guy and the Andrew Garfield, and Andrew Garfield was 30 when he acted as a 17-year-old
Yeah.
boy
It's insane, right? Yes.
in a high school. I get it, he looks young, but the other guy, he didn't look 17 like a high school
Andrew
junior.
Garfield?
No, the other guy before him. What was his
There
name?
was Tobey, then there was Andrew Garfield.
Toby, like he didn't look like a 17-year-old.
Oh,
He
definitely.
genuinely looked like a 25, 26-year-old in the movie, and you were like, and then even the girl, you're like, okay, so they are high school lovers, and then what? This looks like is this Notebook? What am I watching?
Yeah, like, it makes sense. And then like another problem I have with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was he wasn't funny. Like Spider-Man has
No,
that.
it was just the beginning.
Exactly,
of
and like
the era,
Spider-Man
you know?
has that, like if you read the like if anybody's read the Spider-Man comics, you know that Spider-Man has great one-liners that he comes up with.
Yeah,
he
of
has
course, that's
really
his-
great
his
sense
thing.
of
Yeah,
humor,
and like Tobey Maguire never had that. Well, all he had was him crying over everything. My aunt is injured, my vet won't come out, and all. My girlfriend doesn't love me. I have like, dude, you can shoot webs out of your fucking body. You can lift a car. Why you crying over a girl? Get over it. That's what I felt.
That's what happened in Spider-Man 3, man.
that dance scene was so good, dude. So good. Then we had Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and
Yeah.
I enjoyed him to a certain extent. I won't lie, I enjoyed him way more
It
than
was nice.
Tobey Maguire, but
I
Holland.
was just disappointed that it wasn't in Marvel Universe, but the new one it is. So I mean, sorry, in Avengers.
yeah.
So the new one is. So I'm nice.
But
very
like,
nice.
but like getting back to,
Expectations are pretty high this time.
yeah, like getting back to the, I think it's safe to assume. I'm willing to bet actually it's gonna be a great movie. I'm
Yeah,
willing
it's
to
gonna
bet
be.
it.
So okay.
I'm never that sure
Sony.
about it, but like, so we're gonna see that game connect to
Yeah.
the Sony's presentation. Then we saw God of War.
Holy shit! That introduction, man.
God of War, and this was weird.
Dude, no
Not-
one was
not-
expecting it.
Exactly, like A, nobody was expecting it. B, they changed the core gameplay. I think it's still hacker and slasher, but with
To the
more
point.
depth.
Did you see the guy just had a tomahawk?
And he
didn't
threw
even-
his weapon.
Yeah.
Like if like his weapon.
Back then you could throw too, but
Yeah, but like the weapons were.
no, you had different kind of swords and shit. But the thing is, this time you didn't have those
Yeah.
chain swords. It
I don't
just
know
has
what
the
they were
fucking
called. Yeah,
tomahawk.
yeah.
Chain swords, I guess. They
But
had
like-
names every game. They changed it. So yeah.
Was it Chains of Chaos or something? Maybe?
Yeah, every game they had the
Or
different
Blades
name.
of Chaos, something, I don't
Something
know
like that. Yeah.
But like yeah, so this one, and we see him having a kid this time, which everybody's presuming is his kid.
Yeah.
And again, we have no news about that. We just saw Gaiman works and all that jazz,
Yeah.
and that's it. Then followed up by that, we saw Last of Us 2. And now you, even though you don't have a Sony console, you played Last of Us 1 on one of your
I did.
cousins' console or whatever, and you fell in love with it.
Definitely one of the better story games out there.
Yeah,
Like-
it is.
I think it's safe to say no other game has made you cry in the first 10 minutes.
Exactly. I was gonna say before they rolled the credits for the first one, I was crying. I was like, oh.
I showed it to my mom, and my mom was like teary-eyed because she doesn't understand games
Yeah.
properly, right? So all that shit's happening, zombies and all of that didn't register, but like just the pure emotions of
Dude, they
Joel
delivered really
sitting
good,
there
man.
and like being like, holding his daughter got my mom teary-eyed, and I think that's a mark of a
Dude, I mean,
brilliant
the
game.
10 minutes, it was a great build up. Like, they delivered good. And the whole, that was just the beginning, before the credits, the intros. So, but like, the whole game was good.
So yeah, the pacing, they nailed the pacing.
Exactly, and like the characters were well done, the acting was brilliant.
Yeah.
Troy Baker killing it as fucking usual. Man, by the way, no homo. If Troy Baker ever comes across my podcast, just know that I would go homo for him completely. I will bend over, no questions asked.
No homo though.
Just saying. But Troy Baker killed it. Everybody killed it, to be honest. And then the best part was the DLC when it came out, which was Left Behind. Was it Left Behind?
I don't remember. I didn't play the DLC.
I played the DLC.
I played it as well.
I don't remember the name, but I think it was basically Ellie's
Yeah.
DLC, which was basically
Yeah.
before she met Joel.
I heard, yeah.
And like over there they brought her out as like I think I don't know if she's bi or she's
She was
gay.
curious. She was curious. But yeah, it was basically a story. I remember
Yeah.
it was that time when she actually got infected. Like before
Yeah.
she got infected, and the story.
and before she became like
the story
but,
of
like,
her getting infected.
it was so well done. Nobody everybody was shocked, right? Like, oh, okay, we are how do I put it? We are like, gonna put a gay scene in it in a game that's so emotionally driven, and there was controversy because everybody has to get people have to get butthurt over something.
Yeah.
So there was that that thing happening, but I honestly was like, it just went with it. It didn't feel out of place. It didn't feel forced. Like some games they make the gay agenda come off we put a gay person in there. You happy now? I did feel forced, and again the DLC was just awesome, and the whole game nailed it. So we saw the second part of it. Ellie's grown up, sporting a sick ass sleeve tattoo, which people have already started copying.
wow.
So I'm hyped for that. I think that is another game that I'd happily spend money on a collector's edition for if there is one. Happily, no questions asked. And then what else did we see? We saw again, they tipped they teased us with a tip of fucking
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 3. For the past 10 years my asshole is just being penetrated by a tip and then just being pulled out completely, and I'm just push it in already. Give me Kingdom Hearts 3. Kingdom Hearts 2 came out in 2007 or 4. I don't remember. It was so long ago. And you released 2.5, you released 1.5, then you released 2.8. What do you want to go 2.85, 2.85964, and then 3 comes out and we are 40, 50. Just give it to us. But I guarantee it's gonna be there this E3. I can't guarantee a release date. Actually, I'm willing to bet there will still not be a release date, but they'll just show us more about the game.
30 second
Exactly.
gameplay.
Well,
Not
what
even
else?
gameplay, just
Cinematic.
no, just the logo. 30 seconds.
I don't know. Kingdom Hearts 3 coming when prepared. That's it.
Be prepared.
Probably just say coming soon, dude. That's all.
Coming, like when they revealed it last year, they had a tag coming when ready or something like that. Coming when
I mean,
finished.
I respect that.
I don't.
To some-
I don't. The fucking effort you're putting into making remakes of the same old games, put it into Kingdom Hearts 3. I say that, but I have 2.5 at home. I haven't even played it. I just bought it because I needed it. But what else? What other game did they tease? Do you remember? These are the only ones that are standing out in my head. That's it,
Let's
right?
go for this.
The
They
big
had
ones.
the big ones was. Yeah,
And then they announced the normal ones that already came out: Neo, Noir, Horizon. What's it called? What else came out this year? Dark Souls, Mafia 3. Excuse me. But that's it actually. Watch Dogs 2 and all that are already gonna come out. So this year's predictions, right? And this is like everybody's like going high on these, and we're just gonna talk about the major ones. And we're gonna go into like indies and all that shit. But again, we're gonna see. Okay, before we go, whose predictions do we start? Would you want to start with Microsoft, Nintendo, or Sony?
We just go like the order we talked about. So let's start with Microsoft.
Okay, so let's start with Microsoft. So Microsoft prediction is gonna be shit. All games are gonna be cancelled. Scorpio is gonna be a flop. No, but
I think the big news would be Scorpio. And that would be it.
yeah, like the biggest thing they're gonna do is gonna be like the Scorpio. The specs are out.
Maybe they will have a Ubisoft or some guy just show off something. But
And also we're gonna see Crackdown 3, which was supposed to come out when Xbox One was announced, but they kept on delaying it. So finally, it's gonna be like, you know, like a tech disc for the Scorpio, which is gonna show Scorpio. It is like, you know, full power. Forza Motorsport 7 was revealed. I'm not a Forza guy. I think Corey, you
guy.
are. Are you a Forza guy? Like,
I am a GT guy.
yeah,
Like,
so like Forza Motorsport 7 was released. Like I mentioned, everybody's like Crackdown 3. Microsoft will reveal its VR plans, is what some people are guessing. And I think it's about time as well, because
they say most probably they will have just Oculus Rift compatible.
most
with it.
probably, yeah. Because initially their plan was to have HoloLens work with it, but just the production of HoloLens is so expensive that they just stopped marketing it as a gaming accessory. Like, I read an article where they were like, one HoloLens takes around $1,000 something to make.
Wow.
And just to put that out there, you know, as a gaming accessory doesn't make sense.
Buy a console for 600.
Exactly.
Buy a lens for like.
And then like, nobody knows what other games they will announce, to be honest, because like the major games that the hypes were riding on was like Scalebound and all those kind of games, and they just all got cancelled. So now maybe a new Halo, I don't know, maybe Halo 5 came out 2 years ago, so I don't think it's
Maybe
is
they
it too soon?
announce. Maybe they announce. Just show
it off, yeah, but
just show it off, and then they'll be like, yeah, 20.
there's not gonna be a new Gears of
2020.
War.
Yeah.
There's not gonna be a new Gears of War that just came out last
Yeah,
year.
last year. Maybe they'll just show Gears of War Scorpio Edition or something.
Maybe, yeah, but no. But then the thing is, like, the games that you buy, they will work both on Scorpio and normal.
No,
Xbox.
they just show what Scorpio can do. That's
Maybe,
what I mean.
yeah, like
Just
a tech
put the
demo.
comparison
Yeah, like a
in
tech
one
demo,
S
yeah.
And yeah.
And I don't know, I just can't think of any. Then they have their pirate game, by the way. Sorry, that open world multiplayer pirate game, Sea of Thieves, which is it's called. It's like a game where, you know, you and a bunch of friends pilot a pirate ship, and you set sail. You find booty, and not the good kind of booty, you know, the gold kind of booty.
Both
But-
are good.
I mean,
one is. I prefer
One can
virtual.
get you booty.
No, but I prefer
Well-
virtual booty, like virtual booty over virtual gold booty, because virtual gold booty doesn't
virtual,
give you
yeah.
You need more JRPGs, my friend.
But
That's
in real
Sony.
life,
That's all Sony. Let's be honest. That's all Sony and now Nintendo, by the way. But yeah, so there's that Sea of Thieves,
Nintendo
and then
pixelated asses, dude.
and then like, you know, what's it called? They're indies, which is like Cuphead, which is one of their major leading indies that they announced 3 to 4 years ago, and they just kept on delaying, and now they're finally things gonna come out this year. I don't know if they'll delay it again, but it looks dope.
Yeah.
It looks like you go on an LSD trip, and it's so many flashing colors, so much on screen. It's not gonna be for everybody, definitely. People who suffer from, like, you know, epileptic? Is that the right word?
Yeah, I
epileptic,
think.
sorry,
Epileptic
epileptic.
series, yeah.
Yeah, epileptic seizures, it's like they're out of the question. But even like for a normal person, I don't know if it'll get too much. But people who've played it, they say it's fun. And that's pretty much it.
Oh,
We might see State of Decay 2, by the way, sorry. State of Decay 2, which is like a sequel to the first one. I never played the first one. And it's another zombie game. In a market full of zombie games, another zombie game. And then Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, we could see that on PS4 more than Xbox, I guess.
Think so?
Yeah.
Rockstar will continue with PS4.
Yeah, I have a feeling. I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm not sure, but like we might see it.
Yeah,
like
we
games
might,
like,
definitely.
Games like Red Dead Redemption, Middle Earth: Shadows of War,
Yeah.
which is like a sequel to Shadows of Mordor, which was again a really underrated game.
Yeah, it was.
I played it. It was like what Assassin's Creed should have been, but it wasn't. The stealth system was fun. The Nemesis system was like a new thing.
The battling was good. Too.
Yeah, and then, you know, so we're gonna see a sequel to that again.
FIFA 18,
I mean, duh, because
EA, Battlefront
EA,
2.
yeah,
Battlefront 2, and FIFA 18.
yeah, and that's
Any
pretty
others?
much.
Maybe the new Need for Speed.
Exactly, new Need for Speed is coming out, definitely.
Yeah.
They announced it, but that's Ubisoft, right? Need for
No, Need for Speed is EA, man.
Oh, sorry, it's EA. Yeah. Then Microsoft was probably. Most probably Microsoft.
Yeah, they would show it on Microsoft. I mean, there's
You
nothing
think
else.
so? Hold up, you think so? Cause
EA has their own conference, right?
yeah, and another thing is it's not unheard of
Yeah.
where they announce the same
Yeah,
game
they
again.
will just bring it in.
Yeah, but my question is that because Microsoft has the Forza, will they show two car games in the same?
Yeah, why not? Remember, like Sony, they showed Drive Club and The Crew at the same time.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
But like, you're right. I mean, like, Gran Turismo, right? It's the Sony exclusive, and Forza is
Microsoft exclusive. Yeah.
Maybe they don't show the Need for Speed, but the thing is, it's like different words. Need for Speed don't go the way that Forza goes.
Oh yeah, definitely,
Forza,
definitely.
Forza shows you how in real life you have to play the game, or no, sorry, not the game. How you
Like
should drive
a
in
real
the
life
racetrack.
simulation.
Yeah. But Need for Speed is just like put some better rims on
Steez,
it.
ass,
Neons
steez,
down there, stickers and shit. Yeah.
By the way, really unpopular opinion here.
Yeah.
For me, my best Need for Speed was not Most Wanted, which was
Underground 2 for life.
it was Run for me.
Run was fun, but Run you finish it in a day.
Exactly.
And there's nothing else to do.
I know,
I
I
played
know.
Underground 2 for 3 years.
I understand,
Yeah,
but like
Underground
the
too.
sad thing was right, like you said, it was such a
Yeah.
short game, but I cannot deny
It was fun.
the
It was really fun.
adrenaline pump
Yeah.
that I got from Run. I think they need a story mode like that. They need like a Need for Speed which has that story mode and then
And
like
something
another
else.
and like another open world option. But like Jesus, it was so good.
But everybody says Most Wanted, but my favorite was Underground 2.
For me,
loved the
I
game.
can understand Most Wanted because Most Wanted is just like has the most nostalgia attached to it.
Underground.
that
Here's the
BMW.
thing. Here's the thing. Like Underground 2 was before Most Wanted.
Yeah, but then like Most Wanted was the one that was more
Yeah.
played than Underground. Like
Yeah.
Underground got Need
Yeah.
for Speed the recognition, right?
You
Yeah.
could play Most
But
Wanted on
most-
PC as well.
Most Wanted was like
And Underground as well. Underground 2 was on PC too, but Most Wanted, they changed the graphics,
Exactly.
they
Yeah,
bumped everything, and everything looked sharp.
and
So
and
I mean that M364.
The
that's
BMW.
like, that M364.
yeah,
it's
it was
like
every kid's
E46.
boner.
Dude, it's even now I want that M3 if I have money to buy it.
But like yeah, so like I don't know if they'll show it at the same time though, but and that's pretty much sums up what we can assuredly say about Microsoft.
And EA. So
I
that's
mean,
done.
yeah, so like
There are leaks of the new. Let's go Ubisoft now. There are leaks of new Assassin's Creed in Egypt.
Egypt, yeah.
Origins. It's called Origins.
Is it?
I saw the video. I think I tagged you.
I don't know.
The video was leaked. The intro of the game. It's called Origins. Assassin's Creed Origins.
I'll be honest, shit, I'm just getting tired of Assassin's Creed games.
I actually want to play this because it's in Egypt.
I know, dude, like the settings are unique. I won't deny. Even the most shittiest Assassin's Creed game that had great settings, you can't deny that. Like whatever era they choose, that's always there. But there's never anything new in the game, and like I don't understand.
Very repetitive.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the reason
That's
I'm
why
attached.
I mean, I think the last one that I played that I actually cared was the Black Flag, and after Black Flag they released like 3 or 4 more.
I don't
and
know
I didn't
why.
even care about them because, right, repetitive and the thing was, back then I had only PS3, and they announced Rogue for PS3, and they
PS3.
announced
Black Flag for PS4.
No. They had Black Flag for PS3.
No, they
after
both came out together.
wait, Black Flag was on PS3 and PS4, and then after that they announced Rogue for PS3. And they announced 2 different games.
Mm-hmm.
Unity for PS4 at the same time, and
That's
Rogue
Rogue.
for
Yeah.
Rogue
Sorry,
for
it was
PS3.
Unity. Sorry, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I wanted to play Unity, but I didn't have PS4.
I
back
played
then.
Unity.
Yeah,
And it was shit.
That's the thing.
Wasn't the one with all the bugs?
Oh yeah.
it was.
I didn't encounter them to be.
Dude,
I'll
they
be
released
honest.
2 games at the same time. I mean, one for old gen. And one
I'll
for
be
new gen.
honest,
They
they
had
had-
to just play it like play safe and go.
Undeniably, Unity had some great new ideas, like the way the co-op they wanted it to work and all
Yeah.
that. But
Even
the
they had
co-op
it,
was horrible because like of the lag. The lag
this-
was unbearable. I can't.
servers,
like, I'll
man,
be honest, right,
Ubisoft,
like-
they should just
Here's another thing that's weird about me. I couldn't get into Black Flag. I played Black Flag until we have to fight Blackbeard,
yeah.
and I never really enjoyed the the pirate sections where you're on a boat fighting. I never enjoyed that. The only thing I enjoyed in that was sea shanties.
Yeah.
That was the shit.
Yeah.
I would just I can have that on and just listen to it all day. It was just so much fun. But I got stuck on Blackbeard because I
It's
never
hard.
upgraded my ship that much,
And it was hard.
and
No,
he
even,
has
even that I upgraded.
You had to,
it took me 2 days to
you have
fight the guy.
you're fighting like 2 or 3 ships at the same time.
Yeah, it was hard.
And I was like, this is just I don't want to deal with this, and I just switched it off. I never finished the game.
So it took me 2-3 days as well. It
I
was
just
really
can't
hard.
be fucked.
No, but the thing was, right, like Assassin's Creed 2, which was the best. Assassin's Creed 2, and then Brotherhood, and then Revolution. After
Revolution.
yeah, sorry. Revelations. And then after that, they announced Assassin's Creed 3, which had a shit story, but they bumped up the mechanics so good.
Yeah.
So you could go everywhere, and then
Climb up trees, hide in grass.
and then they mixed that with the story of pirates for Black Flag, and then it was nice to have that option.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Black Flag
was unique. Was unique. Yeah, it's definitely the most unique title out of all the Assassin's Creed, no doubt. But then, what else does Ubisoft have in line? Then they have in their pipeline that they have. I think it's we can talk about Far Cry now. Far Cry is Ubisoft.
Yep.
Far Cry 5.
Still fairly early.
Montana.
They might give a bit of
I think they would just.
They've already given so much info already though.
Yeah. That's
It's
what
like
I mean.
we know it's taking place in Montana. We know it's like a religious cult thing.
Yep.
We know you can have your own custom character, male or female. So it's not like those shitty asshole. I was partying in this country and I got stuck in the other country and now I'm gonna kill people and feel remorse only in the cutscenes. And you can play the whole campaign in co-op.
That's nice.
That is one thing I'm looking forward to. If somebody here decides to buy it with me, I'm not gonna name that person. I'm not gonna point fingers. I'm just saying.
Both of us, I guess.
I mean, you can buy it because if you have a PC by then, it's coming out in February.
Oh yeah, by then. Yeah.
But like, yeah, other than that, we don't know much about it. It's another Far Cry game. They haven't revealed any mechanics. They haven't revealed any, any other areas or what
It's just
features to look at.
You can pre-order it and don't.
You can pre-order every game.
Don't.
And then we can come to Fractured Butthole. Fractured Butthole, guys. This Adnan is looking forward to the most. Adnan?
Yep, it's perfect for a South Park fan like me.
It's like filled with references. I can't wait to go back into the asshole.
It's not bad. It's like the style of game
It's
also.
fun. It's a good play to just enjoy yourself.
I just can't wait to go back into assholes and fight Nazi zombies.
It's weirdly open world as well. I mean, it's not closed. I mean, it's got
It's RPG open world, like JRPG, like 2D open world.
Yeah, but you're not really role playing in a sense. It means you have your own character.
What do you mean you're not role playing, dude? I played as a Jew. Are you telling me I did not role play as a Jew? Is that what you're telling me, son?
Alright, fine. if you want an argument, I'll take it. Fine.
Cool.
Oh yeah, they also said there's gonna be an Avatar game.
Jesus, the Avatar movies too. But I mean,
Yeah.
the game, yeah. Why
They're
not?
gonna and oh yeah, I am hella hyped for this. This is for the Switch. Nintendo X Rabbids, and it's apparently a turn-based RPG game with
Rabbids?
Nintendo characters and Rabbids characters and Rabbit
Rabbits from
characters.
Rayman?
Yes,
Okay.
those white fucked up
Yeah.
little shits.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
And they're gonna be like, I'm showing you guys a screenshot right now, but for other people, I mean, you can Google it, I guess. But technically, the Rabbids characters are role playing as fucking Nintendo characters.
Oh,
so yeah,
wow.
It's the princess.
exactly. Like you see the princess speeches in that corner,
Just go
and,
up. Just go up.
and then like,
God.
but like apparently it's gonna be.
It's the Green Mario.
But this is a huge IP for Nintendo and Ubisoft because it's like this IP will solidify and the trust that people have in third-party games. Because right now every game that's coming out from Nintendo Switch is from Nintendo. So like we have ARMS coming out this month, which
This
I'm
is kind of
hyped for.
This is kind of from Nintendo too. They didn't actually give it
No,
out
no,
to
no.
Ubisoft.
Ubisoft bought the rights to use Nintendo characters. This
So-
is a Ubisoft game.
So Ubisoft made this.
Ubisoft made
Okay,
this,
that's-
Ubisoft spent the money in it. So if it fails, Ubisoft loses money. Nintendo just doesn't lose anything because they got the money for the rights.
Okay.
But what's it called? So this is going to be a huge statement, right? Because right now, except for ARMS and Splatoon 2 and Mario Odyssey, that's coming out in holidays sometime. These two games are like all Nintendo, alongside games like Dissidia, Fire Emblem.
Do you think you would see this in Nintendo?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna buy it, dude.
No,
It has
I mean,
Mario on it.
in the E3, I mean.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely, it's been leaked. It's been leaked to hell. So they have to show it as a way of damage control. Otherwise, the leaks are just gonna make the reveal shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
people already know. So when they reveal, people are like, yeah, we already knew that. What's the point? So like they have to reveal it now because it's already been leaked. And then, as you mentioned, Assassin's Creed, which you said is Origin. I don't know.
Yeah, I saw like the video.
But like yeah, it's taking place in Egypt again.
Yeah, Egypt.
And then what else do we have? Maybe a new Tom Clancy game. I don't know. We just saw Ghost Recon.
Tom Clancy wasn't.
I don't think there'll be a new one just yet.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
like,
had
we just
the
saw.
Rainbow Siege.
Yeah, we just had Rainbow Six Siege. We had like
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon. Sorry, yeah, and then we also had the Division. And
Division was before.
Quite some
oh yeah,
time
that's what I'm
now.
saying.
Yeah,
Division
right.
was like way before.
So
So
yeah,
if we see a new Tom Clancy title,
it would
and
be
here's
in a
me
year
being
or two.
completely like optimistic, and I'm a huge pessimist, but I'm being optimistic here. Give me a new Splinter Cell, guys. Just give this guy his Splinter Cell. Even not even fucking Splinter Cell. You know what? Sacrifice Splinter Cell. Give me Prince of Persia.
Oh, fuck, I would
Bring
buy that.
back the one game that got me into fucking Ubisoft.
Yep.
Prince of fucking Persia.
It was so good.
I will buy if you
I was
just
in third
remaster.
grade. I was in third grade and I had a PS2 back then. Like it was my third game.
Dude, my first
It was so good.
Prince of Persia was the PC one, the white character and like the 3D side scrolling.
Oh, that one was they had it on Nintendo as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
No,
like
I mean the one that I played that I really enjoyed that was it was on PS2. I was in third grade.
just give us some old love, you know, like just give some old IPs of your love because they
Learn
deserve
from
the love.
Nintendo.
Okay, so talking about Nintendo, let's not go into Nintendo. Let's go into Sony.
Sony.
Because Nintendo is the one I think which we are the most how do I put it? The most we can talk about because with the release of Switch and 3DS, there's just so many things we can see. But I want to talk about Sony because Sony has some heavy hitters, which again we don't know when they will be released. To be honest, we just know that we know they're coming, we know they're announced. So we'll just cover the ones that we know that are coming out. Last of Us 2.
Right.
Yep. God of War.
Any comments? Last of Us
Oh, when is it gonna be?
2. Like what you're expecting from Last of Us 2?
Oh, what am I expecting?
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be too
I am
much mechanic
expecting-
change. I don't think so.
No, actually,
I
just
wouldn't mind a
graphics.
deeper crafting.
Just sure, why not?
And I want to play as Ellie. Complete the game.
The way that
Completely.
they're showing here this badass and shit, I think you can play as Ellie.
Should
Maybe
probably
I have a
playable
feeling. I
now.
have a feeling you
I have
you
a
can
feeling
choose.
you can not that you can choose. I have a feeling that like the guy would be captured or the guy has something else and then you have to play as Ellie. Like, I would
like
see
you
that
guys,
coming.
You guys also read the. Did you guys read the theory that Joel is dead? And the guy and the Joel we see in the trailer is just like it's just dark silhouette. We don't really see him.
Yeah.
So it's just her, like imagining that she still has Joel, because she's lost so much that she's finally snapped, and like she's seeing Joel. I mean, it's a really far-fetched theory,
If
but
that happens, man, it would be so hard even to watch the trailer. What did you kill him, motherfucker?
no, dude, like but for real, like if they do that, the only game that has mind fucked me to that extent was Spec Ops: The Line.
I don't know that game.
Dude, you never played Spec Ops: The Line?
I may have. I don't know. Maybe
It
I'm
takes
mixing
place in
up.
Saudi Arabia. 3 people, U.S. military. You go in, you start fighting people. There's
No, I
that
didn't
famous Red Fox. You know what? I'm not even gonna spoil it.
Yeah, I didn't play that game.
Please play the game.
Okay.
I think your Mac can run it. It's a really old game.
Yeah.
You can borrow it from my library. I think I have it in my library.
No.
Have you played Spec Ops: The Line?
No.
Play it on easy. Just get through the
Yeah.
story because the ending will
Just shut up.
fuck you up. But like if they do that, I'm just saying. And then God of War. Do you think we'll get a release date finally? Or you still think it's gonna be
A
like
year, maybe 2018 or 19. That's
really?
what I'm saying. Yeah.
You think so?
And I was saying last time that we were talking, maybe because they did this for older God of Wars. When they show you the gameplay on E3, they would let you download it from PSN.
As a
As a demo, just the things that they showed on E3.
But
maybe
I
this
believe
year they would put it on.
if they do
if
that-
they put it, I would same as last times. I would play like over and over and over and over just for like 2 weeks.
But here's the thing, right? If they do that, they have to release the game within a few within a few months. Yes, dude.
They didn't
No,
do
dude.
that for all their God of Wars.
No,
you
but
don't remember?
here's the thing, right? What you're not understanding is right now,
Yeah.
the market is so competitive. People are different. The market is different.
Yeah, true, but
Like
I think
we want,
so.
like
If
we
not,
forget.
so maybe if not this E3, maybe the next, because this game, I don't think. I mean, definitely, I know the director, the guy who played the game. I saw his documentaries for all the God of Wars. They put it as like when you finish the game, you can go watch the videos, the documentaries.
Oh, really? Okay.
So when they released God of War 2 for PS2. When they released it and they saw the hype and everything that they sold a lot in the first day, they started working on God of War 3 like the first day, man. Like, so I know this motherfucker, after he finished the Ascension, God of War Ascension, which was a back.
I'm just the one thing
he
I'm
was
waiting
working
for,
on this.
I'm just waiting to understand
maybe
what happened
he
after
could-
Ascension.
No,
Like
Ascension,
we saw Kratos die, right? Like we saw
that was God of War 3.
But then that was the last one, right?
Yeah, so that's the thing. But like God of War Ascension was like a backstory, origin. It goes like it becomes God of War 0.
Like so my part was like I want to see what happens after 3. Because we saw him get impaled.
There.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like the world that they created, I mean the world that they had before it was fucked up too.
But
Like,
he's
they
still
had
like
the Titans,
every god.
they had the Titans, they have everything, right? Not only that, but did you see the first like the gameplay? They had fucking dragons now. Like what? I mean, I know it's not. It's. I mean, it was like all the gods were there. Like
Norse
you had
mythology
Titans, you had big ass. I don't know, like
You had Zeus, dude. Come
yeah,
on.
you had like some other like the skeletons that they could fight, but now they have dragons. I mean,
We're going into Final Fantasy and killing off all the Final Fantasy characters. No, but like I'm excited for God of War, definitely. Then
He's
one
old.
game that I'm pretty sure none of us here have played, and I have no idea why people are so hyped for it, is Shenmue. 1 and 2, they put this game on Kickstarter for like they legit went on the conference. They're like, you know what, we're gonna put this remaster on Kickstarter, help us fund it, and we'll remaster
guy,
1 and 2.
I
And
saw that guy. I remembered this.
yeah, so like,
Sleeping Dogs. I want second part.
oh no, not happening, not happening.
yeah, I know, but when I saw that
The company is gone. They
Yeah,
bankrupt.
I know.
They're gone.
well,
There's a movie coming though.
from Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah,
Based on Sleeping Dogs?
Yeah, and the guy
It would be
playing
nice, you know, because like let's say like
No,
Hong
and the
Kong or
best
China,
part,
you know, the streets,
and the
that
best
would be
part, the
nice.
guy playing Shen, the protagonist name was Shen,
Shen.
is the guy who's also the protagonist for IP Man.
Yo,
The
Ip
guy,
Man?
Ip
Man, yeah. Is it Ip Man? I think
Yes,
it's
it is
IP Man.
Ip Man.
It's not
Sorry.
a freaking IT.
Sorry.
movie, man.
No, but like the same. Who he's also in Star Wars as the blind.
Yeah.
The
Right.
I'm on
Donnie
the
Yen.
first. Yeah,
Donnie
Tony
Yen.
Yen. Yeah, he's playing the protagonist. He's Shen. That was the rumors. I don't know if like anything.
If
That would
that
be sick.
happens,
That would be
if
sick.
that, dude, I mean, if the game was based in Hong Kong, not China. right?
And plus
So
all
in
martial
Hong Kong,
arts.
dude, martial arts. The Chinese street, like the way they are. If they can make it, like if the production is good, I would want to watch it.
Definitely. But yeah, so coming back to Shenmue, the remake is gonna come out because I think this whole game holds the record for meeting its campaign goal within 24 hours or 48 hours.
Oh, that is nuts.
And the campaign goal was not like a small one, it was like 2 or 3 million. And they reached it. Straight up. So we might see that. And this is something that I never really considered, but Bloodborne 2. And out of all 3 of us, I'm the only guy who plays games like Bloodborne.
Yep.
So
We don't like to
I think it's not
torture
happening.
We don't like torture ourselves.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I don't think it's happening.
CS:GO salt is enough.
Yeah, dude. CS:GO is like, enough
But
torture for me.
no. Honestly though, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Not yet.
It's not about not yet. It's like the guy who is behind these games, right? I forgot his name. Shigeru Miyamoto. No, that's Nintendo. Fucking hell. I don't remember his name, but he was like he's done with Souls games. So when people heard that, they pretty much believe that he's done with these kind of games completely, and he wants to focus on other IPs. But
Other ips, man.
if we see Bloodborne 2, dude, I'm down. Bloodborne 1 is still one of the best Souls game I've played out of 1, 2, and 3 because it comes under the same kind of category. But yeah, more PSVR games definitely.
We're gonna see. I'm telling you, we're gonna see a lot more VR this time. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Because I feel
That
that
Resident
that's
Evil
being pushed
VR
a
was-
lot. You know, Steam is also pushing VR a lot, right?
But Gaben is like,
Yeah.
he has a hard on for VR right now.
That's why Steam
I
is
don't
pushing
get
VR
it.
a lot.
I don't get it, but I mean,
Even I don't, I'll be honest, I just don't see VR
No.
being.
I mean,
the
I
next-
like the technology. I love it.
Definitely,
But the
definitely.
thing is, it's just too fucking expensive, man. Just
Like the games that are coming out on PSVR,
Vive is
right?
600-700.
It's no, dude, it's undeniable. Like the games that are on the PSVR, they are VR experiences, but they're not the actual VR
No, because
experiences. If
they
you want-
tone down the
exactly.
graphics and
So
everything.
if you want the actual VR experience, you have to invest like $700-800 for like
No, go for
Oculus.
PS4 Pro and then go Rift. No Oculus.
Just
go
an
Rift.
HTC Vive
I'm saying
also.
absolutely
Sorry,
proper.
Vive.
Actually,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go with the
Right.
proper one. You either go
Yeah.
Oculus, you go Vive, or that you pick up one of these.
And then
You
you need,
plug it to your computer.
which you need more than like $1,000 plus
Exactly.
computer and $600 on. Yeah, that would be.
So like that's the only time you get the true
I mean, every cutting edge technology that comes out, they will be expensive too, you know.
I guess it's still a bit young. You gotta give it a bit more time. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, when it's ready and
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for.
I need to get a bigger
I'm
place.
just waiting for VR to get to be Sword Art Online. Once you get to Sword Art Online level of VR, then let me know. Yeah. And until then, I'm good.
Yeah, to get trapped in the world, you can't get out. Somebody with a headset, you die.
I don't mind. Did you see
You watch
the waifus?
Inception?
You die in game.
No,
you
wait.
die
watch
in life.
Inception?
Did you see the waifus he was surrounded by?
Did
It
you
was like
watch
it
Inception?
completed. No, you realize that like that anime checked off all the boxes. Big titty waifu, check. The waifu who's always angry at you but secretly loves you, check.
Sundere.
The waifu,
It's literally called Sundere.
Sundere, I think that's Sundere. Sundere is like it can sound like so Indian.
Sundere.
Yeah, but like, but then like waifu who looks like a 12-year-old but is actually your age.
Yep.
Check.
No,
Exactly. Waifu who's the nicest and kindest of all. Like she'll just say yes to whatever you say. Check. And he just had one other
I forgot
guy.
a Japanese term for that actually.
I don't know.
Waifus?
Vanilla?
No, the one where
Vanilla?
like the one where she's like totally after you, like the senpai culture.
I remember.
The
But you get what I mean,
Yeah,
right?
there's,
Yeah,
there's a proper word for it.
Yeah.
Hey, this isn't Sword Art Online. Let's go back. And then Kingdom Hearts 3.
You went there, dude. You went
You've
there.
been there, bro. Can we move on, man?
So then Sucker Punch, a new IP. I think it's about time.
There wasn't a movie.
No, that's not.
That
It was a great movie though. I love that movie. People didn't like it. I loved it.
was a
Just
fun
something
movie.
about chicks in high school uniform with the katana was like,
Nice fetish, man.
yo, it's a really niche market, alright?
That's why 99% don't like it. 1% like that.
No, but like no, but like they are the people who made Infamous
Yeah.
Second Son. Then they
Yeah,
also
that's
had
same
Sly Cooper, and Sly Cooper was like defining game in the generation of PS2. But like I played Infamous Second Son. I wouldn't say it was groundbreaking, but it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
was really
it was a
fun.
good game to start PS4 with. It had good graphics.
And
Alright,
like the protagonist's girlfriend was the first one that actually also fell in love with personally sorry, before that was Bioshock Infinite's Elizabeth. Sorry, she's like the best NPC out there.
Amazing. Dude.
Second is Ellie. Let's be honest, Ellie's just badass. The only thing I don't like about Ellie is that she just walks out of cover in front of enemies and enemies don't see her and you're like, Ellie, get back you.
Yeah, that way Elizabeth was amazing in that game.
Exactly.
Elizabeth would never get in front of you.
Her
at all.
AI was really well designed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I noticed from my second playthrough, right, that somehow they just managed to position her in such a great way where she's almost never there in a sense, like when you don't need her to be there. And I like the part where they implement how like she can pass you ammo
Exactly.
and salts.
She
and
just
whenever
keeps
you're
on giving you
low in.
random shit. Ellie
Yeah.
didn't do that, right?
No, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
Ellie didn't pick up shit like that, yeah, but so yeah, maybe a new Infamous, you think? You think so? A new Infamous?
Maybe.
The franchise didn't die
No, it didn't.
because it had like did you
The
play
last-
Infamous 2?
Second Son. Infamous
Yeah.
2 was PS2. 3.
Sorry, Infamous Second Son.
Second
Sorry.
Son was, yeah.
I played it and it had two endings, good and bad. The bad one, you basically destroy a town, you're the only soul power enemy there. The good one, you save all the power users, and all that's jazz. But so it didn't end in a way that a third spin-off can't come off of it. But you think so?
I don't know. Maybe they just take the time again. I don't know. But
You want to get optimistic and be like Sly Cooper?
I don't know.
I don't think you'll say the Sly Cooper, definitely not. But yeah, then last I think the thing you can expect is Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, E3 they have
Story
for PC as
DLC.
well, right?
I don't believe they do.
They don't.
No. I'm sorry.
Steam don't have.
Steam, nah, dude.
Valve?
Steam can't give two shits about the fucking gaming
So
culture.
Valve, no.
Nah, dude.
Because they're after that the CS:GO after that they had that keynote for China that they announced.
I mean, yeah,
CS:GO
but-
in China. They there was like some slides.
No,
that
but
they
the
would
thing was,
adapt
that
to
was
CS.
Valve, right? Valve just doesn't make games anymore.
And Valve doesn't come to E3, they can't come to 3. I mean when
That-
Gaben calls a cab, right?
It burned so
He-
good.
he-
That burned
He
so
kept
good.
that dad joke in for so long. He was waiting for the moment that
Oh my god!
and he seized it. Like
You can't even say E3, dude. What are you talking?
He's like what? Double E because 3 is E.
No,
Eminem.
E. Take me to E.
Can
But
we do
then
triple
no,
E?
but another reason is because whatever game they announce, right? If it's coming out on PC, it just says coming out on PC as well. So the PC doesn't really need its PC specific.
Alright.
But yeah, then we spoke about Nintendo. Sony. Anybody wants to talk about EA? Because I can just see the EA right now. It's just gonna be one or two.
I said Need for Speed, FIFA.
Need for Speed, FIFA, NFL, UEFA,
Madden.
UFC,
Yeah,
Madden.
Madden.
Yeah, like
no,
you know all these.
UFC is hot right now. Maybe UFC.
Exactly, yeah, all these shitty reskins with like better textures. The crowd will cheer now. Wow, new feature, yay!
Yay.
But then one game I'm kind of optimistic about, and this is like me being really reserved optimistic. Battlefront 2.
Yeah, Battlefront 2. Yeah, I said that, dude. I'm actually hyped for it.
I won't say I'm hyped for it. I'm like
Out of all
cautiously
EA games.
yeah,
Out of all EA games.
cautiously optimistic about it the most because the campaign is doing something that I really wished Call of Duty would have done. Because Call of Duty keeps making you play as the good guys, and this is like you're playing from
Dark
the perspective of a bad guy. And the best part about this is, and I'm gonna go meta here, the bad guys don't really think they're bad guys because they think they're good guys because they believe in their cause. So in their eyes, they're good guys. So like it'll be really fun to explore that area in a story mode campaign. And plus, I want to play as Kylo Ren.
Yeah, why not?
You killed my grandfather! My grandfather was the best! And he just keeps on crying over and over again, like emo as fuck. Like
Kylo Ren.
Kylo Ren. But no, I enjoyed his character. I really did. I even enjoyed, people were like, he was too cranky. I was like, that was the point. People go to the dark side because their emotions are so, out of control. Star Wars fans are some of the worst, man. Up there with Microsoft fans.
Star Wars, I think, has the biggest community
Yeah,
ever.
the fan base is too big.
It's just so
you can't really generalize this kind of fan base.
Yeah, it's too big, man. It's just your dad is in this community.
Nah,
like,
he's not. He's
no,
not.
you know what I mean.
He
Like,
was, but he's not.
like you know what I mean. Like that generation.
His generation, yeah. I
it's
think even
just-
generation before that.
Yeah, it's too huge, man.
But so that's the only game I'm optimistic about, I'll be honest. And maybe Need for Speed. Like, I just watched Need for Speed and Need for Speed, yeah, okay, cool. But who owns Burnout? Who owns
I
Burnout?
do. EA.
EA, right?
Yeah.
They should revive that as well. Burnout was one of the best casual racers out there. Like, it was the only game that rewarded reckless driving.
But it was good on handheld. Like, but then
No, I really
No,
like that
dude,
PS2.
my girlfriend has it on a PS2
PS3
and we still bust it out to play it sometimes.
And PS3 was the paradise, which was poof.
Like the beauty of Burnout is that it's accessible to everybody.
true. Yeah.
Like
you don't need much requirements.
the best thing is the more horrible you are at the game, the better for you.
Yeah.
Like that was the only
All you have
premise
to
of
do
it.
is just being good at being bad.
Exactly.
And that's it.
So like I wouldn't mind a new Burnout, but other than that, I just don't have much to say about EA.
Yep.
To me, they're just like a tech giant, and that's it. So let's finish it off with Nintendo. Now, Nintendo, as a fellow Switch owner, I'm already riding Nintendo stick all the way. I'm in there. Sorry, they're in there. They're all the way in there. But they announced Monster Hunter. Which somebody amongst us said that as soon as they announced Monster Hunter, I'm gonna buy a Nintendo Switch. So we're gonna see 2 Nintendo Switches in this room soon.
You see, the Monster Hunter, right? I'm gonna need people to play with, that's for sure. So I have you, right? I have one person at least now.
Now we just need to convince this guy to buy a PC and a Switch.
Because to be honest, the most fun I have with
Give
Monster
me a
Hunter.
Switch, I'll buy a PC myself.
Definitely, the most fun I had with Monster Hunter is definitely when you have like a team of 4 and then you fight all these like monsters.
Oh, sorry, speaking of Monster Hunter, completely unrelated, they also announced this one game, right? Which was on PC. It was a PC exclusive game. The premise was you have 4 people and you go hunt monsters. Any of you heard of that game?
Nope.
No.
They announced it. I don't know what happened to it. Just heard. Sorry. Anyways, continue.
No.
I mean, yeah. So this game is definitely looking forward to that. Like,
And then Pokemon Star.
say what now?
Do we really expect Pokemon to come out?
That's gay. No.
I don't know. I might. It might be one of those things where Nintendo just keeps Pokemon to like the like.
I think they
3DS.
will keep it to the 3DS solely so that it sells more 3DSs. I just can't see them taking it out for any other
It'll be
reason.
unfortunate though. I think because what the Switch provides, I think it can somehow up the Pokemon game.
Yeah, but yeah, true. I mean, dude, let's be honest. Like, especially like so many people are being like internet detectives with like finding out all those leaks where what's it called? They data mined Sun and Moon and they found that there were so many features that were cut out because the hardware couldn't support it. And now that we have a hardware that can support it, and to be honest, the second screen wasn't even used that much.
Yeah.
If you notice in Sun and Moon, the second screen compared
Quite
to
reserved.
compared to like prior games, you could barely use it. So there will be no problem porting that game over. Like none at all.
Well, Zelda games were on 3DS and they came to Switch, so we can be hopeful.
No, but Zelda has always been like on the console rather than Pokemon, which has been on the handheld. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true, man.
Perhaps so, yeah.
like Zelda was there during Famicom, during N64, during what's it called? Fucking GameCube, during Wii, during Wii U.
I mean, yeah, you can use the GameCube to play Pokemon on 3DS, but that was a
Yeah,
different
but
yeah, that's a different thing.
that
Yeah,
was
I
like a
get
pixelated hell. Can you be honest? You could read, you could like count the pixels on screen right there. But other than that, I just don't see. I'm like, if they announce it on Switch, nobody will be more happier than me. Cause I'm just like I'm down, like
guess you have to wait and watch now, I guess, what Nintendo
that's
has.
all you can do, yeah. But then
Yeah.
one game I'm excited for, fucking Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, that would.
Oh, dude, they'll show gameplay for it. They'll finally give us a release date. They have to. But I'm down for it, dude. Like, there's so many things about the game we don't know. We know it's gonna be like something Super Mario Sunshine gameplay, open world. You go to different worlds, revisit different worlds, do some stuff in it. We know that. We know it's fully open world. But other than that, we don't have much info. So hopefully we'll get more of that. And then we have Fire Emblem. Anybody here plays Fire Emblem? It's like a turn-based game with
I mean,
a
I
deep
know,
story.
to some extent I know about it.
Yeah, but like we just get
It's got a
that.
massive like fan base and
People are
cosplay.
people are receiving more ports because we just saw the port of Mario Kart 8.
Oh, okay.
And as a guy who's never played Mario Kart, I bought it. Don't regret it one bit.
Good fun, Mario Kart.
It's really good fun. Yeah, it's just like fun for
It's
everybody.
like Crash Bandicoot for Sony guys, but Mario Kart was more
I
famous.
used to love
for
Crash Bandicoot. Yeah,
what's it called? NTR.
Yeah, and then what else do we have?
it's so good.
Yeah.
We have like maybe new IPs they might show a bit like for the ones that they teased when they launched the Switch. And maybe we'll see more of rabbits. There'll be some gameplay or something. We'll definitely get a trailer for Splatoon 2 as well.
Do you think we will get a sequel to 1 to Switch?
I hope so.
So soon?
No, except from from like milking cows, I want to go to milking goats.
No, milking buffaloes, man.
Oh,
Bulls, why not? Like they go hard.
rated R.
Like they would fight you. What
No, my
are
question
you doing?
is, before the Switch already said that they're gonna be like working with a lot of developers of different
Yeah.
companies like to bring the game onto. I have a feeling they're gonna announce at least one, title.
No,
from
not
a
one.
different-
Like definitely, like
At
I
least
can
one big
call
one.
right
There's
now.
one big title that will come.
We're gonna
to
see
Switch.
FIFA. We're gonna see FIFA announced for the Switch. I'm calling it
Yeah.
right now because EA came
EA
in.
would bring some games.
Yeah, like
Big companies, they would bring some games for the Switch.
I know for a fact that EA is gonna announce FIFA. I know for a fact that Ubisoft is gonna announce their Rabbids and Nintendo crossover, so that itself is like a third party as well. We might see some more 2 or 3DS games. I don't think we'll see another Pokemon game, will we?
Don't know about
Because but there is a Pokemon releasing every year if I'm not wrong, right?
So if there is, I would say there would be.
Huh,
more.
this year there's been no announcement.
Exactly, but like so
Maybe there would be an announcement this time.
maybe a remake of Platinum and maybe a remake
Was
of
it
Diamond and Pearl.
2015 was,
Ruby and Sapphire.
but that was a remake. So, but it's still a release. Yes. Then 2016 was Sun and Moon. So 17 we still haven't had.
So that's what I'm saying. Either we're gonna see Pokemon Stars, and this is like hypothetical. We'll see Pokemon, or that many people are speculating in the Pokemon forums, remake of Diamond and Pearl.
I would want that actually.
I would too. I missed out on it.
I played Diamond and Pearl, but then I think they would the game the
I just
graphics
want-
at that point of time didn't justice that.
I
game,
just
right?
want my Chimichar back. That's all I want.
Those are actually really good games.
So
to be
like,
honest.
and plus I hope they do the thing they did with they combine what they did with the remake of Heart Gold and Soul Silver and Ruby and Sapphire. Because Hard Gold Soul Silver had the thing where the Pokemon would follow you. And I don't know why they don't bring that feature back. I just don't get it. Why do you do this to us? I want to see, like, if I catch the god of Pokemons, I want him to see him be my bitch and follow me around wherever I go. You know? Like, I want that.
I don't understand that as well, but
But, like, and also, Alpha Ruby and Omega Sapphire just had so much endgame content.
yeah,
Like,
it did.
Like, going out to catch all these legendaries
But to
that...
be very fair, they
Yeah.
didn't have to do much work on the main story content. What all they had to do was just remake
Definitely,
it
yeah.
Do you think?
and just a little bit of touch up. That's all.
What's up, Corey?
Do you think you'll see like third-party apps on Switch announced on E3, like Netflix or YouTube or something?
Not anytime soon.
Because-
They said it because they just
Because
announced.
E3 it's mostly games, right?
Thank you for reminding me that. But what they did was they just announced their officially
Yeah.
their online plans, the way they want to go online.
Oh yeah, and then the Nintendo Network.
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
their
yeah.
service.
They
Yeah.
confirmed how it's going to be. So the thing is, it's going to be a yearly subscription price of $20,
Okay, that's-
which is cheap,
Yeah.
and you get access to their older games.
Cool.
So now when they say older games, we don't know what they mean. So does that mean the virtual console is gonna come back and they're gonna announce the virtual console? Because the virtual console for
Well,
those
let's see this.
so for people who don't know, it's basically Nintendo's own emulation system that they put in place so you can play games from older generation of consoles.
That'll be interesting. That'll be good.
So how does that work? How does these older games
Do
work?
you think they'll announce it this year or next year? The virtual console.
So the what's it called, virtual console, if their online system is the way they have to be clarified, right?
Yeah.
So they have because they already so if it is going, they have to announce it this year. Otherwise, there's gonna be a lot of problems, like questions, like what do you mean by older games?
Yeah, but I mean, maybe they don't say any older games. They just
And-
say we will.
But they
yeah.
tweeted
You know
it
what
out.
I mean? Because
They tweeted
they
it
will
out.
take their time, because.
But the problem is they tweeted it out. They said like they're gonna
Okay.
be like $20. You get, and here's the weird part, right? Switch doesn't support, you making group chats and all groups and all that in
maybe
there.
they announce it too. Like
No.
new update, OS update.
Nope, not gonna happen. You know why? Because the way Switch is gonna work is you're gonna download a third-party app on your phone, and you're gonna chat and all through from the phone.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much how they want to do it, and they announced that it's gonna come out in 2018. So
Yeah.
it's like I read this a lot, and I completely agree with it. Nintendo does this thing where it goes one step forward and it takes two steps backwards.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Maybe they would announce this, but they wouldn't announce it this year for the they would announce Nintendo Network, but they wouldn't announce the virtual.
See, if they announce a Nintendo Network, right, the biggest problem people are gonna have, like let's be honest, it's cheap.
Yeah. it is.
Nintendo Network is cheap compared to its competitors. Like I pay for PlayStation 1,100. How much is that in dollars?
Like almost $30, $25 a year.
Right.
But I mean, it's Thai store.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's Thai store. Yeah,
but
so like
the US store is almost $60 a year.
yeah, definitely. So it's like yeah. So there's that, right? $34, $35 by the way.
No.
No,
Dollars
Thai
35 baht.
Thai baht to dollars. I'm saying.
Yeah, that wouldn't be.
No, so
Yeah, $35.
$35 ish around, yeah. So then what's it called? Xbox on the other hand, they're $60
No,
hands down
Yeah, even in
for
Thai
a year.
store. Yeah.
Exactly. They don't have a Thai store. They have a Singaporean store and an Indian store, but they don't have a Thai store.
I mean, India is a bigger market. Let's be
It's
honest.
arguable. It's arguable. It's really arguable because I just don't see them earning that much from the Indian market. I've learned that Thai people are huge Microsoft fanboys.
Yeah, but the thing is, bigger population.
the size, yeah,
Oh,
the sheer size.
in that sense, yeah, okay, I get it. Then I get it, yeah.
Yeah.
But then yeah, so like
Makes sense to have a base.
so like comparatively, it has that edge. But to be honest, it doesn't have any services to go with that edge.
Yep.
Like you can't access Netflix, you can't access YouTube. It's coming,
Yep.
but it's just not there yet. You can't stream directly from it, which is another stupid thing. But whatever. Like they have so much they have to prove with this online service that I have to be willing to pay, because people were able to play ARMS, and they said that it's not that deep of a game as they say it is. So if that happens, I'm not gonna spend $20 just to for a membership, because I genuinely think if ARM does take off, it becomes a damn good game. It can be an esport. I'm down for it.
I mean, even in the first trailer for Switch, when they
Yeah.
want to switch, like there was a guy wearing the esport, and then they were like playing.
They were playing
pro.
Splatoon, by the way, because
Yeah,
Splatoon
but-
apparently is a competitively viable game that doesn't have a huge community, but it is a competitive esport game that Nintendo has. But yeah, so other than that, I just don't see anything. And this is me begging to Nintendo, just bring Super Mario Maker to Switch. I wanna carry my Switch around, go to work, connect to Wi-Fi, and then just play Mario Maker levels.
Yeah.
Just bring it to Switch. Like, there is nothing you can get wrong by bringing Mario Maker to Switch.
They could kill off Wii U. That would genuinely kill
Who
off
cares though? Wii U is dead. They don't even
Yeah.
consider Wii U their own call. They talk about it as that one cousin that nobody wants to admit is their
Wii U.
cousin.
Yeah, but still, they don't want the people who had the Wii U to just abandon it. Because there's a market still for old generation
No,
consoles.
you know why? But they've abandoned Wii U, and why I can say that is because one of the most played games on Wii U, Mario Maker, hands down. But they stopped updating Mario Maker 2015. It hasn't been updated since almost 2 years.
Does it need to?
I mean, if I'm
I mean, you
mistaken-
can add because Mario has had so many iterations, right?
Yeah.
You can add new Marios, you can add new worlds, you can add new items, you can because there's so many items missing, so many enemies missing. You can add all that if you wanna. Like the opportunities are endless, to be honest, with Mario, because Mario's spanned more than 20 years almost, right? And it has seen so many faces, so many worlds, and all that. You can do that. It's just they stopped, and that just shows you that they don't care about the Wii U anymore, and they're more focused on what they want to do with the Switch. So if they are that focused with the Switch, I would rather them. Let me know what the fuck's going on, and just give me Mario Maker.
Yep.
Bring that game that has this huge audience to Switch, and I can guarantee you the Switch will sell as hotcakes around the world, not just in Japan.
No, the Wii U still has the Smash Bros title, which is fairly.
Yeah,
It also has a competitive scene behind it.
it's definitely,
The Wii U
but
one.
but you don't understand. Mario Maker and Smash Bros. Mario Maker is more easier to get into.
I mean, yeah.
Because Smash Bros. The
And
seed
it's
is
much
only
more
wide
fun,
because it's
let's be honest.
competitive.
Like if you just want to play as a normal kid.
Yeah, of course.
And I have Smash Bros. Right, because I got it at the console. It was pre-installed. I never enjoyed it because the skill level is high. You need to dedicate yourself to the game and learn it. You need to do that with Mario Maker. With Mario Maker, okay, you know how Mario works. You jump and you dash. That's pretty much it. So here, you're new. Play easy levels. Or you think you easy levels are too easy. Play normal. Oh, so now you want to get into fucked up levels. Let's go to expert. Oh, now you want to just play Japanese levels, which are basically just enemy spams, and you just as soon as you spawn in, you die. Super expert. So it has its levels, which is why I think Mario Maker is the most accessible titles out of all. And I just feel like Mario Maker needs to come to Switch, and I think, and it might be a far-fetched to say this, but Mario Maker needs to come to every title, every console now.
Yeah, if that happens.
Like it just has to.
But Nintendo being Nintendo never gonna.
I want to surprise them to stop.
Sony flexed itself by letting Metal Gear Solid to go to other consoles.
Yeah.
But I don't see Nintendo doing that ever.
Okay, guys, because I just realized we're almost 2 hours in, and so just to summarize everything, in as short as you can, whose E3 presentation are you hyped for, and why, in just 2 or 3 lines?
I would say Nintendo. Because they don't have much at the moment, and they have sold enough, so they just have to, take off from here. Sony did a good job last year, but I think just Nintendo.
What about you, Adnan?
This might sound weird, but I'm looking forward to what Microsoft has this time. I'll tell you why. Because
I'm with you. I was going to say Microsoft as well.
I feel they're panicking at the moment, which means you might see some last resort sort of things out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what they can do to redeem themselves to some extent.
I want to say Microsoft and Nintendo, because I know Sony's gonna kill it, right? Because as a guy who's officially become not a Sony fanboy, but I just love the way Sony handles its IPs. I have faith in them. Microsoft has to redeem itself. It has lost a lot of its customers to Sony because of the stunts they pulled and the games they cancelled.
No, I mean they just have to know what's their vision, and this time they have to deliver. If they don't know what they want, they cannot expect from us to want their shit as well.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And then the second thing again, Nintendo, because I just need to know Nintendo.
Yeah.
When is my fucking Mario Maker coming? That's all I need. You can cancel Pokemon Stars. I'll cry. Don't get me wrong, I'll cry. But if that means Mario Maker is gonna come to the Switch, I'll drink those tears. You know? But anyways, I think we've gone on too long. Thank you for joining me, Corey. Thank you for joining me, Zam. Do you guys want to plug in your social? I know Zam is. Adnan like hates plugging in his social media. I don't know why. But Corey, do you want to plug in your
I'm alright,
SoundCloud account? Your,
Well, you do
your,
that.
your fire mixtapes. You want to put that in somewhere?
I don't want them to have problems at the moment, But
No,
later, maybe. Yeah.
It is. So, thanks for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this and stick around for more podcasts. I think I'm gonna have more podcasts with Corey because and maybe after E3 if these guys wanna get back together with me, which I'm most probably gonna get them. We'll discuss how.
Before and after.
Yeah, after E3, I'm let's discuss it. What happens and what happened and are we did anything hype us or anything like that. That'd be dope too. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this and I hope you stick around for more. So yeah, I'll see you in the next time, guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye. Say bye, you fucking selfish.
Bye. Okay.
Fuck you guys, man. Seriously?
I'm not
why
doing-
is